run till you get my meals. I'm gunning for the money in the bank. Coming with a dank, skrilling in the tank, rolling with the gang. You sitting out on the sideline tripping. I go to the hole with the rock like Pippin. Yeah. I'm okay.
What up, though? Welcome back to Woodward Waits Live, WoodwardSports.com. He's your West Raxter.
What up, though?
Nicholas Kohloff. Smash like button, be a friend, tell a friend, share the stream. Good vibes, all right? Good vibes today. We're going to try to keep it that way.
Yeah.
We're going to speak on certain things.
No dooming like yesterday. There you go. It's all right. You know, the guy before us likes to play with the microphone. It's all right. Good vibes. Easy. Good vibes. You're fine. It was just unplugged. It happens. It's a coincidence.
Yeah.
It's just a coincidence. He's
nice
not
jersey.
sabotaging you. Thank you. Red Wings won. That was awesome.
Cider fucking bullying that kid.
D-Mac's cousin.
That's D-Mac's cousin?
That is D-Mac's cousin.
The one that got smashed?
The Mo Sider took the puck away from in overtime.
Yeah. That is what I'm talking about. Yeah,
that
he
is
smashed
That
him.
is D-Mac's cousin.
Took the puck from him. And then the other kid,
that was
McCabe,
another
whoever the
guy.
hell fuck
Yeah,
it was.
McCabe.
No, he smashed that guy, too. He fucking
Yeah,
took the puck from him. And then the other guy came to fucking after Selly, smashed him, too.
Oh, yeah, I would say that was the biggest smash. He definitely bullied D-Mac's cousin, though. And that's on him, kid. Like,
McCabe, whatever the fuck his
you're
name is?
145 pounds. No, McCabe was the one that got hit after the play.
Yeah.
You're like 150 pounds. I don't know why you're trying to box out this fucking 200-pound German stallion.
Myth.
Like, use your legs, skate around him. You can't box him out from anything. Shout out to the Red Wings for getting it done in overtime again.
Yeah, that was sick. Mo Sider taking that one over. And another guy, too, just trying to be a fucking asshole the whole game. Hit Lucas Raymond as well.
Yeah.
Getting bodied at the end of it after the goal. That was awesome.
That was awesome. I'm not mad about the hit on Lucas Raymond. That was a clean hit. That's hockey.
Both of them were clean. Don't love to see it from your star forward getting bodied twice on the same play.
Yeah.
Not ideal. It was
Not
like
ideal.
in the same sequence. He got just absolutely obliterated. Thank God he came back for the third. I was a little worried. He looked a little shaken up there at the end of the second.
Couple big hits for sure. And they didn't let it scare them, though. And that's the thing with the Red Wings this year. They haven't been letting the physical play kind of scare them. And they've been playing physical as well. And you saw them in the third period. They put that big fourth line out there a lot with Rasmussen and Soderblom. And obviously you've got the Twin Towers defensively with Mo Sider and Simon Edmondson. Like, you're not going to physically intimidate those guys.
No.
And so it was good
And
to see them.
puck control, too.
Yeah. No, overtime. We actually have a really big advantage on a lot of teams outside of like Edmonton and Colorado in overtime periods because our forwards are very good two-way forwards. Like Larkin's a very good two-way forward. DeBrincat's a very good two-way forward. Lucas Raymond's a very good two-way forward. And they get the puck away and control the puck very well. And then your defensemen are all so big and so long that in that 3-on-3 period with all that open ice, it makes it pretty advantageous for them.
Yeah, I saw that Larkin tied none other than our guy Sergei Fedorov for overtime goals. I think it was 12.
Yep.
But then he mentioned there's a little asterisk on mine. Yeah, because of the 3-on-3. If it was 3-on-3 for Sergei, he'd probably have a hell of a lot more. But
Sergei Fedorov would have been unstoppable in 3-on-3 hockey.
How do you feel about these? Obviously, we're getting the extra point, in OT wins.
Yeah.
But also giving out these points in such a tight race.
You don't want to, obviously. You don't want to give out any points, especially to teams like Toronto. But Toronto's been hot over the past, month. They've been one of the hottest teams in the NHL. So it's good to quell that storm from them. And 2 points is 2 points. I'm not going to complain about it.
Is the I don't really want to good vibes today, so I don't even want to ask the question I'm asking, but I'm not going to ask.
Good vibes, yeah.
We'll
no
save
dooming.
Playoff time. Yeah, no dooming. It's a genuine question. I don't know.
What is it? Ask it.
I'm not as well versed in hockey.
Question, ask it.
I mean, because we've been winning a lot of OT games.
Yeah.
A lot of our stuff has been coming in overtime.
Is it sustainable
When it comes to playoff time? Yeah.
Yes, I think it gets even tighter in the playoffs.
5-on-5.
And in hockey, the ultimate equalizer is a hot goalie, man. And you've had one of the hottest goalies in the NHL over the past 3 months. Like, he's been insane. He's 7-0 in his last 7. He's 15-2 in his last 17. Over his last 7, he's got a 1.83 goals allowed and a 9.34 save percentage. Like, he has been absolutely lights out, and that makes up for a lot of things. So the Red Wings are going to go as far as John Gibson carries them, but they are trying to add pieces. Steve Yzerman has been active in talks for both forwards and defensemen, so hopefully that'll help you get back and get better. And damn, Shout out to Lambertini with the 50 bang. $50 super chat in there.
Shout out for the gift as well.
Shout out for the gift.
The
we
bourbon
got it.
bottle. Listen, we'll be using those on Fridays for damn sure.
Yeah, we're going to be debuting that on Bourbon Friday on BDE tomorrow. So shout out. Appreciate you. That is really sweet. I know Neil's very excited
That shows something.
to get his hands on those. But he's got the super chat. He says, shout out heavyweights and V8s. I fell asleep watching the Shucksworth documentary to bash Maz about his commie tendencies, and I know a guy that knows a guy that killed, and the CIA is insane. Yeah, the CIA.
The CIA is insane.
I've been watching Homeland. That's what I'm watching on treadmill now. Pretty crazy. Cool
I
show.
heard that's a good show. The CIA guy that I've been watching on YouTube says that's a fairly accurate. There's some fairly accurate stuff in Homeland.
And he said, but set an alarm to send this super chat. So shout out, dude. Thanks for waking up to super chat and then
What?
going right
That's
back to
crazy.
sleep.
That's amazing.
The man in Dubai. We appreciate you, man, for sure.
Nick, where were you at? How'd you watch the game last night?
I was fired up. It felt like a playoff game again. One of these games that, on the road against Toronto, been hot. You sweep Toronto. That always feels great. First time since the 90s, I think it said.
Yeah.
Your question about overtime, I think you've seen why the Red Wings have been so successful because they have the best player on the ice, which is most of the time Mo Seider.
Yeah.
I think he's so elite defensively, and his ability to make the right reads on offense, which he did on the game winner to Dylan Larkin, who has been nails at, capitalizing in those situations this season. That's why this team's so good in overtime. It's going to get a lot harder, obviously, in the playoffs if we do go to overtime. I think that's why this team is so successful right now in the overtime situations, but these were games that they used to lose. So the extra point, when we were tied with the Capitals, I believe it was, and they got in, that's not going to happen this season because we are winning these games. This is obviously just way better of a team, but I think that's why you've seen this team be so successful. Obviously, John Gibson, but because you have the best player on the ice most nights on your defense, and it's Mo Seider. He just shut shit down.
Yeah, and that was even for a wild card berth. Like this time, we're fighting amongst the top.
Yeah, you're tied for the tied for second in points and wins in the NHL. So you love to see that.
Crazy.
It's Colorado, and then it's everybody else, and you're right in the everybody else factory. And again, shout out to Lambertini for the $50 super chat to start out the day. We really appreciate you, man. And those glasses that you sent in are very cool. We're gonna debut them on BDE tomorrow with Terry Foster and with all those guys. And shout out to Sideless with another super chat in there. Heavyweights bringing in the money in this one. Heavy's got an oil baron and 100K. Nothing says you made it on YouTube like that. Facts.
That's true. That is very true. Shout Burn,
That's
shout
crazy.
Lambertini.
Shout out, man.
Yeah, I guess the other thing too with just dealing with that overtime situation, whatever. I mean, obviously you're building up confidence by getting these wins in overtime, even though it'll be different in a playoff format. But just we're not at the same spot. The Red Wings aren't in the same spot as the Lions, the Tigers. Like they're just now breaking in. So I'm not even really tripping so much as I am with those guys. It's like, is this sustainable? Like I don't care. Red Wings are just getting their feet
Win.
wet.
Yep.
Yeah,
Just
exactly.
win.
Yeah,
Just keep winning.
Get the experience. You know what I'm saying? Like I think Larkin had one playoff series before.
Yep.
That's it. Let the rest of the guys
Swept
get a
by
little taste of
lightning, I
that.
think.
And then add to it. Like, I don't even care if they don't make the trade this year. I don't. Save it for next year when you know you have a better standing or your team has a better understanding of where they want to go, where they can go, what they need to address when it comes to playoff hockey. Like, it's just good for them to be winning, especially with, I mean, you guys watched yesterday's show if you did. We need this team right now. We need this Pistons team right now. By the way those games worked last night was perfect. All right, TNT went on break. Pistons were there. Pistons went on break. Hockey was back. It coincided so perfectly. And between intermissions, you got to watch a little Pistons basketball. Then halftime, you got to watch hockey. Like it was a perfect mix of both games, and both teams won. Emery revenge game. I know it's kind of sick to have that feeling. Steve Bay never did anything malicious to me, but I couldn't let that fuck. I didn't want that fucker get a win on us. So, even though K wasn't playing, fuck that. We got to beat that guy.
And
he's
even,
jacked though, by the way.
Yeah, dude. He
Sneaks
looks like a man,
Adonis.
dude. He looks like he spent the last 3 years in a mountain or something.
Yeah, this guy lives in the gym or something. I don't know what's going on.
He does.
That
Remember,
jersey
that was the whole
rocking,
thing. Is he was always
hanging
training
tight.
in the offseason. He was training in the mountains in the offseason when he was here for the Pistons.
Had
So,
the 82-game season.
yeah, that's what he does.
Yeah, that jersey was fucking hanging on for its life.
Sadiq's a good ass dude. Is what I heard from a friend of a friend. So,
Yeah.
One thing I will say, you just said you don't mind if the Red Wings don't make that trade. Sounds like Kaner and Kat are expecting a trade almost. Talking to them in interviews on TNT of recently. They're not shying away from this, really. Like, yeah, we've seen reports, we've seen talks. Yeah, it'd be exciting to get some players. But we love this team right now. They say the right answer. I mean...
Oh, the Red Wings are making a move.
For sure. Like,
they're probably going to make 2 moves at the deadline.
What did they say?
I don't have the clip by right now, but they're saying, like, yeah, like, they discuss it when they see reports in the locker room.
Yeah.
Like, and it's, exciting at times. But I love this team, blah, blah, blah. They're not trying to hoe anybody out. Like, we could really use a second-line defenseman or something.
Yeah,
like
your
that.
patience as a player is a lot different as a fan because, like, they're in the moment competing. Obviously, they want to fucking win, especially Kaner. I mean, we're watching the no offense, but he looks a lot different than when he first got here. I'll say that.
I want to ask Spencer this one question because you just brought up that the Red Wings are going to make a trade. Do you think them or the Pistons, which team makes a bigger trade, like in terms of like the capital?
The Red Wings should trade for Colby White.
The Red Wings are going to make a bigger trade than the Pistons.
Colby White's a good pull.
They're going to trade for a top 4 defenseman and probably a top 6 forward. So it's going to be the Red Wings.
I don't know. That's not bigger than the trade Chris is going to be talking about later on today.
Yeah, Colby White.
20 points per game. That'd be a terrible thing to add to this team.
JJJ as well. I think the Pistons might be making the
Can't trade for somebody unless they're better than JJJ or if it's Colby White.
Unless it's Colby White.
Unless it's Colby White. He's the exception.
I said you got to see how the season unfolds. But
could you imagine if both
jokes.
these teams make a big trade and
They're
we're talking
both.
about some real
Championships.
Yes. Oh
Yeah.
my lord.
The Pistons, we would talk about championships. Red Wings, not yet.
Yeah.
But
That's
give
what
me
I'm
Vincent
impressed.
Trocheck from the Rangers on a friendly deal.
Gibson's
I'd
hot.
be your 2C. And then you can realistically talk about trying to win a couple playoff series. If you grab Trocheck and you grab somebody else on defense to kind of solidify that, whether it be Falk or a guy like Dougie Hamilton, then you could actually talk about winning multiple playoff series if you're the Red Wings.
I'm not saying I don't want to trade for the Wings. I'm just saying I'm not tripping if it doesn't happen. That's all.
I want it selfishly only because I want the Pistons and Red Wings to make a trade right before Brad Holmes enters his offseason. Like I just want to
Pistons and Red Wings both make trades, both win championships.
That'd be awesome.
And Brad Holmes and Chris Ilitch are just like,
Well,
You
Chris
can do
also
that?
I hate
sells
Chris
wings. Chris would be selling.
well, yeah, I mean, I meant Sky Harris.
Yeah. Scott.
That's the Sky Harris. That's the Sky Harris face.
I heard them say also on TNT.
Pick up your carry out somewhere else, bum.
I heard them say,
not in my town.
so I heard them also say on TNT they were like, yeah, Chris Ilitch, one of the best owners in all of hockey, doesn't do rebuilds. I'm like,
Okay, that's
We
pissed me off.
rebuilt.
Who said that?
It was on
We
TNT.
were in a 10-year rebuild.
I was
What
I
what
was
is
like,
going-
We're in a 10-year
What the
rebuild.
F are they talking about?
I was like, Hockey Town. It's been a while since we've been
been a
back here.
hot
This is-
Who
minute.
said that?
It was the second guy next to the host. It was.
What does he
I'll
look
pull
like,
it.
Nick?
I'll pull it.
I thought it was the black guy. I was just trying to get Nick to say it was the
No,
black guy.
it was. No, he would never say that. He knows what he's talking about.
It was.
Ace wouldn't say
I didn't.
that.
Who was on the desk? Was it Hank? It was
No, it was
Lundqvist. It might have been Biz. Biz is an idiot.
No, I'll try to find it. It
The
might
second
have
guy
been,
next
it
to
might,
the host.
No, I don't think it was TNT who said it. I apologize, but it was a different broadcast.
Also, beating them while they're
That
red
was-
hot too. is sweet.
TNT's
Diving
broadcast is so money, man.
Yeah, they have a good one.
All right, let's go to break. Come back. We got some more stuff to talk about. Dave Birkett will be joining the show. John the Doc Makaroon will be also joining the show. Obviously, to talk about some of the inner workings of the Drew Petzing deal. Chris, like we said, has a trade proposal again. And some good Lion stuff. Not bad Lion stuff, just informative Lion stuff that I think we'll bring to you guys. But first, Spinny, where you been getting fit at, bruh?
Planet
good.
Fitness, of course. Planet Fitness, the home of the judgment-free zone where everybody, we mean everybody, can get a full-body workout in 30 minutes. And all memberships include fitness, training, get all of that for just $15 a month. Or you can get a black card to get use of amenities like hydro massage, total body enhancement, and access to over 2,500 locations worldwide. Join in club or online at planetfitness.com. Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential. And let me tell you about D-Max event, Hockey Talk and Heartbreak. Forget the flowers, let's talk hockey. This Valentine's Day, join 4-time Stanley Cup champ Darren McCarty. For Hockey Talk and Heartbreak, D-Mac and friends are going over to Diamondback Music Hall for a night of legendary stories, laughs, and the kind of grit only a Detroit icon can deliver. Again, it's on Valentine's Day. I was going to say Christmas and Thanksgiving. Valentine's Day, February 14th at Diamondback Music Hall in Belleville. Doors are at 6. Show is at 7. Pre-sale tickets are at $25. Go get them at diamondbackmusichall.com.
Get ready for the ultimate sports experience. Join former University of Michigan star and NFL sensation Braylon Edwards alongside the charismatic Shep.
Braylon Edwards, touchdown Michigan!
As they break down the latest in sports like never before. Tune into the Braylon Edwards Show with Shep.
Touchdown, Braylon Edwards!
Weekdays from 2 to 4 p.m. only on the Woodward Sports Network. Don't miss out on hot topics, insider insights, and the banter that keeps you coming back for more.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon. Braylon Edwards and Shep Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you.
Massage Chair House. Go see my guy, Dr. Eric Duncan, where he hosts and runs the largest massage chair showroom in the Midwest. I may need to use one after today's show. I'm going to hop in those socket right there. All right, you guys get yourself one yourselves. Find out which one works best for you, though, by checking out his #1 massage chair review channel on the internet. Scan the QR code or visit massagechairhouse.com at the corner of Woodward and Long Lake Road.
And yes, chat, Dan Skipper has officially retired.
Yeah.
He announced on Instagram that he is retiring effective immediately. He is going to quickly transition to coaching.
Very quickly.
Where he's going to coach in the East-West Shrine Bowl. He's going to coach offensive line and tight end. So I would not be surprised to see Dan Skipper poking around the Lions sidelines still going forward. I would assume that he's trying to get in with Hank Fraley under him somewhere. Obviously, I have nothing backing that. That's just my total assumption, but shout out to Dan Skipper, man. Obviously, he had to fight and claw for every opportunity to play in the league. Found his niche with the Lions. Really provided some important plays and some important reps for this team in some of the in the greatest years of the franchise's modern history. So, shout out to Dan Skipper. That role was kind of diminished under Johnny Moe, but then got back with Dan Campbell when you saw him out there being a swing tackle. So hopefully we're going to talk with guys later about who could fill that role. Maybe Giovanni Manu fills into that swing tackle role. But congrats to Skip, and hope he enjoys their retirement.
Any other team's backup tackle or swing tackle retire, and you get the Shefty tweet, the Rappaport tweet, the Garofalo tweet? No. But with Dan Skip, you do. It's kind of cool to see.
Yeah.
He's become like I don't know what word I'm
folk
looking
hero
for.
is what Shep was calling
a folk
him.
hero.
But I don't even want to say – I feel like that's kind of disrespectful because he had important run with the Lions. He filled in against the Packers at guard for the first time in his career and allowed 0 pressures on Jared Goff in a game that the Lions won. Like, that's important. That's not folk hero shit.
That's folk hero. He's a folk hero, dude.
Is that folk?
And don't mean in a disrespectful
you win that
way.
game if Dan Skipper's getting cooked in the
don't
interior?
mean in a disrespectful way at all. But what he's known for, the reason why he's getting these tweets is for folk hero stuff, and it's reporting as eligible.
Puking in the fucking – well, that's what I remember him for.
Yeah.
I remember him puking in the garbage can after practice or after the game.
That was
because
left
he just
tackle.
played one of the best games of his career.
His first start was at guard, though.
Yeah.
And I remember we were like, this guy's 6'7" at guard, and he's never played guard before in his life. Held it down in that
Went
game
crazy.
too. But no, shout out to Dan Skipper.
Shout out
like I
Skip.
said, he's become a legend in his own right.
Maybe-
people
I got a
outside
soft-
Detroit know who this guy is.
I got a soft spot for all guys like that, so maybe he's a folk hero because like Dan Skipper, Don Kelly, Will Bynum, like these are all guys. Yuri Hoodler. I was a big Yuri Hoodler guy.
Who's your favorite? Who's your favorite, chat?
Don Kelly for sure.
Who's your favorite folk hero in Detroit sports?
Don Kelly, not even close.
You're Donnie Kelly baby guy?
Donnie Kelly's the man.
Who's yours?
Dan, local hero
Gotta give
Skipper,
you a set.
says Burn. And shout out to Dan Skipper. Me and Eazy met him through our guy Ronnie Cyrus. And
Very
he-
emasculating experience.
He is, yeah, he could easily kill me if he wanted to. He's one of the biggest humans I've ever seen. Super nice guy. Took the time to talk to us and chop it up after the Lions dominated the Falcons.
So I'm not this. Mine never technically won a championship, but he was like that role guy that I personally liked him. I thought he'd be the next 2.0 or the off the bench version of Ben. And listen, mind you, I was fucking 7 when this was a thing. Jason Maxiell.
Jason Maxiell's the man.
Jason, for some reason, I loved Jason Maxiell when I was a
Maxiell's
kid.
the man.
I was like, he's gonna be the next Ben. Watch, a little short, little stocky guy playing the power forward position. I know Ben played center, but it just, he had a little rough neck in him. He was tough.
I believed in Amir Johnson.
Amir Johnson.
Amir
That's a
Johnson.
better one because he actually won the ring.
Yeah.
And he played a very long time
Wait,
in the
who
NBA.
did he
I
win?
don't know if wasn't he like a first round pick though?
I think he was, yeah.
Who did he win with? I
thought he won with us. He was on that championship
Was
team?
he? No, he wasn't on 04.
Darko was.
I think he got a ring though with somebody random. I think you're actually right. I think it was somebody
like
after Detroit, like
Toronto?
Toronto or something.
Toronto maybe?
Toronto's the one that
Or the
sounds
Heat?
right to me.
Maybe the Heat?
Yeah.
Oh,
Snuck
no,
on
he
one
was,
of the
he was
Eagles?
on immediately after 05, 06.
Yeah.
So no.
But
Who's yours, Nick?
I'm thinking. I don't think Joe Fourier counts, but I love
he counts. Joe Fourier counts.
On the Lions for that one season.
That's a good one.
I think it was 2013. Maybe even before that. I was thinking maybe a little Antonio McDyess, good role player, and
McDyess
at the
is the man.
games
he was sweet.
when he would fill in when they would do the announcements. I just loved the name McDyess, and he was obviously a beast, just like a power forward. Cool to watch. I'm trying to think about baseball. I got
Donnie
to talk
Kelly.
to a guy this year. No, I mean Donnie. I wasn't a big Donnie Kelly guy, to be honest
I
with
wasn't a
you.
big Donnie Kelly
But
guy.
I talked to a guy this year that I did like. That was on the Tigers. Just kind of like a fun guy to watch that had a big grand slam was Rajay Davis. I don't know why. I liked watching
that's a good
him.
one.
Rajay
Snagged
Davis is a
some
good one.
bases. He had some clutch hits for the Tigers.
I like Cleat Thomas.
Burning
I like
issues.
Rajay
Sean
Davis.
Hill. Another great one.
Sean Hill was a dog.
For some reason, there was that little short era of Detroit Lions fandom where it just felt like everyone was pulling for the backup quarterback. Even when Stafford was here for a little bit.
Sean
I
Hill
remember
was
it
a
was who's the kid from Michigan State? Drew
Stanton.
Drew Stanton was
Yeah.
one. Sean Hill was one. Although Sean Hill
Kellen
got a few
Moore.
starts, and Sean Hill actually balled a little
Sean
bit.
Hill was a dog.
Yeah, Sean Hill did pretty well. Billy Sims. Billy Sims like a legend. I don't know if that's a folk hero. He's like a dog. The original 20.
I fucked with
was he
Cleat
not?
Thomas too. Cleat Thomas is my guy.
Randall Smalls, James Bubba Edwards, Shane Halter. We're getting to some names before my time. Here's one gross one in here. And maybe
Thomas
it's not
Hollywood
this player's
Henderson.
fault, but he puts. I don't even know who the fuck that
I
is.
have no idea who that is.
Maz's secret lover. Again, it's not this person's fault. It's just a bad era of Detroit Pistons basketball. Sekou Naboya.
So,
Yeah, tell me
I
you're
got to
13.
see that.
Tell me
Gross.
you're 13 without telling me you're 13, because that's your
That's
memory.
fair.
Sekou Dumboya. I mean,
Yeah.
he
That
did
dog.
shit on Tristan Thompson's
Stay
life.
in school, kid.
I like
he
Will
was-
Bynum. Will Bynum
listen,
was my Pistons
Will
guy.
Bynum was the
Sekou
guy.
had that same sect of like Ivy fans that just won't give up
Killian.
on
Killian,
the prospect
Killian.
of what they saw him as.
Like, dude,
yeah,
the
Killian
Killian
had that
fans
little
were
bit
the
too.
worst.
Just go
out of
back.
all of them.
Just
Yeah,
go
part of
back a
that. I
couple
agree.
years before that. Ish Smith is a way better pull than Sekou.
Ish Smith was a
Ish
dog.
Smith, dog.
He was a
One-on-one
dog.
who wins, Ish Smith or Will Bynum?
One-on-one, probably
I think
Will
Ish.
Bynum.
Will Bynum.
Ooh.
Will Bynum's a good
Bynumite.
isolation.
But I think Ish
Bynumite.
plays defense.
It's just quicker.
Yeah, Ish quicker.
Will Bynum's more athletic, though. He used to shit that bitch.
Yeah.
I mean, nothing.
What do you mean?
It's good shit it
Whose nickname
too.
was the baby?
Not like Will. Andre Fluellen, says Mike in the chat.
More Sekou's in here. What is going on?
Steve Blake.
Why
Steve
are we
Blake's
fond
got
of
hands.
Sekou?
Tom Kennedy. Tom Kennedy's a great one.
Tom Kennedy's a good one.
Kennedy.
I like all these names. Skip,
Anthony Tolliver was a beast.
Tolliver was goated.
I fucked with Anthony Tolliver.
the Tolliver effect. I fuck with Tolliver heavy. Remember we traded for him like an 8-game win streak?
He was solid.
Jonas
Tolliver
Jerebko
effect.
had the moments too.
Jonas Jerebko was a dog.
Yeah.
I met Jonas
Jonas Jerebko's a
Jerebko
starter.
at an MMA event
Yeah.
when I was in like
Damn, that's how you
11th
know it's
grade.
not popular.
I watched this like 3-minute reel the other day of just Jonas Jerebko turnaround fadeaways.
I remember he had a little stint with the Warriors. He was like actually like a piece.
He was starter for the Pistons for a little bit.
Um,
I mean, those teams were ass, but shout out Rodney Stuckey and Jonas Jerebko. They used to carry the offense.
Yeah, we were at the Imperial House in like 15, like Clinton Township, which is like the most random place for Jonas Jerebko to fucking be.
KJ
But
Obey
no
said,
shit.
Dude, it needs like
Jonas
6'9"
Jerebko
in
pulled up,
Swedish,
watching
like-
these fucking high schoolers fight illegally MMA. I don't know why the fuck Jonas Jerebko's there, but
Darren
I got
Helm
a
was
picture.
Darren Helm was a good one too.
Kurt
One
Malty.
somebody
No.
Somebody
no,
I
he
really
played for a
liked
while.
back in the
Yeah,
basketball
Maltby's-
days was
Maltby's a Hall
he
of
wasn't here long, but Carlos Arroyo. I just thought he was like a great backup point guard. Pistons had a run of backup point guards. Arroyo, Calderon, Augustine, Ish Smith. Like you had a collection of like
Yeah.
you never had a good starting point guard after Chauncey, but you had outside of a few years. But you had like a really good backup point guard for some reason.
I mean, would you consider like D-Mac, Maltby, and Draper
No.
them? Because like they're fourth
line
liners,
guys? No.
but they're all they got
Team
4
was just,
cups.
that team was that.
You know,
that team was that stacked.
D-Mac
that,
and
like,
Maltby got 4 cups.
That's
so-
what I'm saying. The team was that stacked. You can't really do that
Yeah,
because Maltby was good before he got to Detroit.
yeah. Malachi Flynn,
Malachi
50
Flynn.
burger, dude.
50 burger. I was gonna send that text to Chris this morning.
The highest scoring dates for Pistons are like it's like Jerry Stackhouse,
I think
Blake
Rip-
Griffin, Sadiq Bey, Malachi Flynn. Like
Yeah, and when we say folk hero, we're talking guys that didn't start, weren't like,
Not even
super
that good.
prominent. Yeah, not that good.
didn't
but
have
like,
good careers.
Held a special part in the fan base's heart.
I don't
Or
want
your
to say
heart.
didn't have good careers. That's kind of disrespectful, but not superstars, not even starters at most points.
Carlos Delfino. Did Carlos
Not
Arroyo.
grabbing me.
That'd be a good one too. Huh?
Not grabbing me.
All right, let's go to break. We'll come back. We'll keep talking. Do we got Doc coming up? Or?
Ooh, Master Glover. Easy. Remember when people thought Austin Day was going to be good? I unfortunately was one of those people.
Yeah.
13-year-old me believed in Austin Day like no other.
I believed in Austin Day too.
He was Kevin Durant.
It was him
before
and Jonas
Kevin Durant.
Jerebko, man.
Yeah.
They
Well,
came in
dude,
together.
Austin Day looked like Tayshaun. I'm like, here we go.
And he went to
2.0.
did he go-
Kevin Durant
did he go to
before Kevin
Villanova
Durant.
or
Duke, yeah, he went to one of those
I
blue
think
chips.
he was at a blue. Yeah,
he
was
went
at
to
a
blue chip
blood.
for sure.
He went to
think it was
Gonzaga, didn't he?
No,
Austin Day?
No, I
I'm
think it was
pretty
blue
sure
chip.
Gonzaga.
No,
Kentucky, maybe?
I think it was.
Might
I
have
think it
been
was UConn. Adam from the D said Spenny, Cervalli, and Rob Thomas and Kairu are available. I'd Ray
Gonzaga.
Allen,
Let's
legendary, tweet myself.
Sounded right.
If that were to happen, can we get your top 5 true candidates? And his folk hero is Titus Young.
Ooh, that's a good one too.
Rob Thorne. Ooh, Rob Thorne.
I liked Carry On a lot.
Carry on. I'll tell you
Lee
what.
Johnson, hands down the best, is Keith O'Grado.
I'll tell you my top 3 right now would be Trocheck. It would be Falk and probably Dougie Hamilton.
Kenta Maeda is folk anti-hero.
Oh my god.
He was my hero though. That man pitched
Opening
like
day
he was in
start-
one piece fight, sweating like every pitch was his
Yeah.
last. Every pitch was his last. He was so bad.
Shout out for the super chat. That's
Shout out for the
hilarious.
super chat.
He pitched opening day 2 years ago, boys. In Detroit.
Yeah. I still got the video on my phone of him hitting.
Let him cook.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't worry,
Kenta-
guys.
Kenta
Trust
was-
Scott Harris.
Austin Day went to Gonzaga. Did he?
Nice pull.
Nice pull.
Good job, Chris. All right, let's go to break. We got to figure out what the hell is going on at this point. Tell us about Sharon's Heating and Air.
12 points per game. Not bad.
Austin Day?
Yeah, 12 points per game. 2 years at Gonzaga, 10 and a
Oh,
half.
against Zach. I was like,
Kevin
I'm
Durant
like, what?
before Kevin Durant.
I don't remember averaging 12 points a game. Yeah, he's Kevin Durant before Kevin
Supposed to
Durant.
be Kevin Durant before Kevin Durant. Well, let me tell you about Sharon's Heating. It's going to get real cold real soon. Like,
yeah.
I'm not leaving the house this weekend, and you shouldn't either. Go to SharonsHeating.com. Make sure your furnace is up to code because it's going to be real chilly tomorrow. Sharon's Heating and Air Conditioning. Make sure you tap it in.
No one gives away more cash and prizes than Woodward Sports. You don't believe us? Here's our latest $10,000 winner.
you guys posted, hey, if you guess all this stuff right, we'll give it's $10,000. I'm like, okay, well, why the hell not?
And the winning doesn't stop there. How about our Outkick Your Coverage winner?
This guy's got a hot girl.
Bigger prizes, bigger giveaways, cash, merch, tickets, and more. All from the biggest sports network in Detroit. No one does it bigger and better than Woodward Sports. Make sure you're following, liking, subscribing on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube for your chances to share in the winning. From Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, it's wicked awesome.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today. Detroit has the best sports fans in the world. That's why they deserve the best sports coverage in the world. We are the Woodward Sports Network.
Let me tell you guys about Mr. Vapor, all right? It's a next-generation cannabis vape brand engineered for control, consistency, and clean delivery. The product line utilizes cutting-edge tech and streamlined design to meet the demands of experienced cannabis consumers who value performance, precision, and design clarity. They come in 3-gram disposable THC vapes, all available in Berry Skittles, Blueberry Gelato, Bomb Skull G, Lemon Haze, Lust Ice, Phantom Punch, Rainbow Runts, Strawberry Satori, Vanilla Kush, and the fan favorite Donkey Fat. MrVaporStore.com is where you can find the website and a store locator for you.
And in the chat, where was it? Another super chat. It was from Adam in the D. He said, "How high is Spenny?" Saravelli said Rob Thomas, and I didn't see that. I would have to check out his contract. I know he's much younger than Trocheck, so it definitely fits the timeline a little bit more. They're about. I just checked. They're about the same on faceoffs. He's bigger.
Is he smooth?
Is he smooth? Yeah, that's the first thing I thought of when I saw Rob Thomas.
Zach Zenner,
it's a hot
another great
one.
pull.
Zach Zenner is a good one. So Adam from the D, I would love Rob Thomas if you bring him in. I love Smooth. It's a great song. No, but that's what I want. I want a bigger, more veteran center that can win some faceoffs. Trocheck or Rob Thomas, I would be happy with either of them. I'd have to see. I don't know what his contract looks like though, but I assume it can't be too big.
And shout out to Labertini. I feel you on this one, by the way. It's not related to anything you're talking about, but shout out to Sue for being mean. Going to sleep now.
Shout out Labertini.
Good night, Labertini, and shout out to you for the
Sweet
bourbons,
dreams.
with the bourbon glasses. And Sue was one of my favorite players. Sue, Sherman, those are my two favorite guys. I'm trying to think if I'm missing any.
Well, it's a hot one.
There's some breaking news,
Just like the ocean.
Chris, during the break.
Yes, there was. And let me pull up this source so I have it right. But the Pistons are listening to offers on Jaden Ivey.
So you're
and this
telling me
comes
there's
from,
a chance.
let me pull up the
The
tweet.
fuck's offering for Jaden?
Brett Siegel. So the Pistons are listening to offers on Jaden Ivey.
I got a couple Uncrustables in the freezer. No.
What is his value, guys? Like what do you realistically think you could get?
Does
from
anybody else
Ivey?
take the crust off their Uncrustables?
Maybe an expiring contract. Maybe no. I saw Witt do that. Real quick, Rob Thomas is through 31 at about $8.1 million a year. That's not bad. I think Trocheck's pretty similar. It might even be better than that. So yeah, either of those I'd be happy, Adam. But
what ADD response to Chris's trade report?
well, I mean, I was answering the
I know,
guy who sent like
I know.
$30 in super chats about the question he asked. But yeah, Jaden Ivey.
It's $2 super chat.
It was two different super chats, one for $20 and one for $5.
One for two.
One for two. But
roasted.
yeah, I think that. I mean, you get whatever you could get for Jaden Ivey because you're not re-signing him. I'm not re-signing him. I'm not keeping. He's not going to be on the. Neil said he has like $30 million roster spot
hold?
next year, or cap hold. You're not paying him $30 million.
No.
You trade him for whatever you can. A handful of seconds, an expiring veteran that could give you a punch. I'd take either of those because then if you get the seconds, you can package that into an expiring veteran that could give you a punch. So whatever you can get for him, I'd take it.
Easy. Known Ivy believer. Well, what is his value?
I win! Oh, man.
That's crazy.
Fighting for my life. For common sense shit. When I got to do that shit. I've been waiting for this day. And it feels so gross.
Crazy,
it feels gross. It really does because I'm rooting for the kid. I really am. It's the same thing. It's just you sick fucks who had these sick imaginations based on close to nothing.
Mic drop, I win, you lose.
Stick once upon a time compared him to fucking Michael Jordan.
That is true.
I had to argue with a name that will not be mentioned that he wasn't better than Cade Cunningham. Like just that type of shit that I had to deal with for 4 years now?
It's been a while. Been a while.
Yeah, it feels good. It feels good. Being told I don't know ball by 12-year-old fucking people on NBA and Pistons Twitter. Dumbasses. Stupid kids.
Do you think his...
Guess who's right? Again.
You were right.
Papa Eazy. Come learn your lesson.
Papa's meat.
Take them lickings.
Come smell Pop's meat.
The worst part about it, though, truly the worst part about it is everything they wanted him to be. And their sick little fucking heads had trade value. The guy that they saw him as had trade value.
He was there for a little bit.
The Jaden Ivey, that all-star, all that shit, like that guy would have been worth maybe a couple firsts, maybe another superstar, maybe a Batman or a Robin the Cage Batman, We don't. The guy we're shipping off isn't that. I mean, this guy can't break 20 minutes, and I think we're well past the ramp-up period, fellas.
Yeah.
I'm being quite honest with you. And even if you are in a ramp-up period and clutch time moments, like the back half of fucking fourth quarters, and you're on the bench.
For Marcus Sasser.
Brother, that's telling.
Yeah.
That's telling. That's the part that sucks about it. And some of that could be due to injury. But it don't matter. Again, Papa Eazy. Right again. 100 to fuck you.
So let me ask you this, Eazy. So what do you think? What do you think you can realistically get for him? What do you think you can realistically get from? What are you hoping to get for Jaden Ivey if the Pistons are to potentially move him?
You're gonna have to since I'm talking to 12-year-old Pistons fans here that they thought he was gonna be a star. You got the fucking Lego build a package up together here and turn it into something a lot prettier than what it is because I want something that's gonna help us compete with whoever's coming out of the West. I think the Pistons could clearly make it out of the East right now. I don't know if we're clearly an NBA champion unless that West team's a little bit beat up through the wars and to go through to get there. So I think your guy that you hate, I can't think of his name right now. Levert. Maybe I like that package you built up there. Mm-hmm. I think
Kobe White.
Yeah, maybe. I wouldn't be mad at that.
It's Kobe White better than. All right, there we go.
Kobe White is better than Jaden Ivey.
Okay, we can break bread there. Jesus.
I know. Usually, we could throw shade at some.
I would take Kobe. I would take Kobe White.
And he laughs. The Kobe White one's been pissing him off all day
because it's just like a terrible take. Like, why would you just want to turn down? Why would you want to turn down a 3-point shooter who averaged 20 points per game last year for nothing for 2 seconds?
But truly, what I want is some variation of a stretch four. Because maybe Ivy and Tobias get you JJ. I don't know, but that'd be
Ivy, Tobias, and
firsts.
littering and
I know. Yeah. But the thing too with Tobias is listen, as a guy, you want me to say I'm wrong after I just laughed in your faces? I was wrong about Tobias Harris. All right, and that's now a guy that I don't even know if I want to let him leave.
Yeah.
Beyond him just coming up in clutch moments, beyond him being one of the best guys for you in the playoffs last year.
Defense.
The veterans came up clutch for you last year. Yeah, the defense. He can spread the floor. And then that I'm not going to lie to you guys. This one kind of whack on my part. The post he put up on Instagram, all the Detroit stuff, like, damn, dude.
It's cool. He loves the city.
He loves the
came
city.
back here before we were
This
good.
team fucking loves him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he's unk.
He wanted to be in Detroit when they were coming off a 14-win season, and that does mean something, even though it shouldn't. Even though, guys like some other hosts on this network will come up here and be like, "Oh, you can't think about stuff like that. That doesn't matter in this kind of situation." No, it does. It's a sport. It's about fans feeling they are a part of the team. And a guy like Tobias Harris that wanted to be in Detroit when they were coming off of a 14-win season definitely means something. Obviously, in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't. But it means something to me, damn it. And, if you can get like an old pair of shoes for Jaden Ivey, that'd be cool. I'd take a broken washing machine. But, like...
We gotta hype him up right at this point, though. We gotta hype him up. So
he's
we get
dynamic.
The stuff back,
He is
Stop it. Get some help.
dead eye 3-point shooter.
Sometimes.
Let me read some of the comments I got about him.
Elite.
Yeah.
Better than Cade, Michael Jordan.
I feel terrible for Jaden Ivey. Watching him out there, it looks
He's
like
dejected, man.
He looks like Brandon Roy, like without the knees. Like it's honestly like I don't see his athleticism, which made him, get compared to some elite players in the league, like a Russell Westbrook or like a Ja Morant. Those guys have kept their step. Jaden Ivey lost his before the age of 25.
Fuck Cole Anthony.
This is extremely depressing to watch this. Eazy, I know you love taking this victory lap right now. This is terrible for Jaden Ivey. This is terrible for a top 5 pick that the Pistons used a massive resource in. And once again, getting screwed in the lottery, screwed us, getting number 5. We should have got Paolo or I believe it was Chet, number 2 in that draft.
Yep.
That sucks.
That would be
Jabari,
sweet.
3. All 3 of them would have been perfect.
Pretty
number
good.
4 right now on this team.
Shaedon Sharpe, hey.
But
I was called a madman.
I feel bad for Ivey just watching him play, and I feel like he's getting stripped within the paint like once a game. That stinks.
Yeah.
And his athleticism is gone, and that sucks for a guy that's not even 25.
Yeah, we're gonna come back. We're gonna talk some more about this.
That's crazy.
The Pistons.
Where you at, Weezy?
Weezy D ain't here today. The Pistons did take a win last night, so we could. Easy's just gonna keep laughing. Let me tell you about Loom. Go to Loom.com to find a store near you and use promo code TaxBreak80 to get 40% off an order of $80 or more. Loom.com. Every first-time customer, you get a free shake ounce. Like we need go now, right now. And keep us on your phone, obviously. Get some Loom so you're stocked up for this nuclear winter that's about to happen. Go to Loom.com, Loom Cannabis.
Don't say nuclear.
Get ready for the ultimate sports experience. Join former University of Michigan star and NFL sensation Braylon Edwards alongside the charismatic Shep.
Braylon Edwards, touchdown Michigan!
As they break down the latest in sports like never before. Tune into the Braylon Edwards Show with Shep.
Touchdown, Braylon Edwards!
Weekdays from 2 to 4 p.m. only on the Woodward Sports Network. Don't miss out on hot topics, insider insights, and the banter that keeps you coming back for more.
Game on at Art and Jake's. Wings, burgers, pizza, and ice-cold drinks served up with attention to detail. Wall-to-wall TVs, great service, and a vibe that keeps your crew coming back. Art and Jake's, a sports bar setting with a fine dining flavor.
Are your feelings hurt? You sad? You want to eat something? get your mind off of things, why don't you order Buddy's Pizza? It'll be here a long time. A lot longer than Jaden Ivey, that's for sure. Use promo code TIMMILL. Save yourself 10% off the original Detroit-style pizza at buddyspizza.com.
To be fair, they had like a 70-year head start.
Been around a lot longer. A lot longer.
That's crazy.
Is it crazy? You didn't have to deal with what I had to deal with.
It's fair.
I mean, it's ridiculous stuff. You know who jumped in, and I hate this guy to this day because of it, and he's supposed to be all nowhere. The 12-year-olds love this guy. He's their fucking messiah.
Kevin
O'Connor.
Dude, he's just
who also
consistently
backflipped
wrong.
on his fucking original take that he had about Jaden Ivey because I remember reading it. That's why he chimed in. I'm like, oh, you're Kevin O'Connor? Kevin O'Connor said he wouldn't be a fit. And well, actually, I'm a...
He also said that
Killian
Killian Hayes would be James Harden.
I don't understand why Kevin O'Connell is like their Jesus. I don't understand. Like,
He also said the Knicks are obviously the best team in the East.
Yep.
I'm gonna make a bold take.
Victory.
I'm gonna make a bold take right now. Jaden Ivey is gonna remain on this team. The trade value won't be there. He's gonna make a big three in the Eastern Conference Finals.
I got that on camera.
He's gonna make a big three for this team in the Eastern Conference Finals. I don't think he'll get traded. I really don't.
That's
The
why that's
value is so low.
I'm kind of with you, Nick, because look, he's a restricted free agent. Obviously, his value is very, very low. The Pistons are going to be in total control. And what? You're going to trade him for a second or some role players? Again,
no.
I'm into doing that. Like
Same.
I'm for it, but at the same time, I am after holding on to it because it's past the point where. It's past the point where it matters. Like Jonathan Kuminga, right? For different reasons. But Jonathan Kuminga 2 years ago could have got you a lot. Jaden Ivey 2 years ago could have got you a lot. Right now, neither of those players, they might remain on their team despite maybe needing new change of scenery because ultimately the value, the market just ain't there for them. So I could see that playing out in the case of Ivey. But I do think you could get an impactful role player right now on a team that's rebuilding, maybe like Brooklyn, a team that just doesn't really have a lot of young talent going forward. They want to roll the dice on something. I think that Ivey could appeal to a number of those teams, but you wouldn't get anything more than, seventh, eighth guy in the rotation.
That's crazy. No, that's why I was saying in the last segment. I said that's the saddest part about it.
Yeah.
It's like he's not the guy in their head. I had to get Jeff. Was Booner one of them?
Yep.
I got tagged Booner too.
No, was Jeff one of them?
Jeff was one
I
of
thought
them.
Jeff was with me on Shade and Sharp.
Um,
I had a quote that I said.
remember he got mad. He's like, "You guys misquoted." I
yeah.
didn't fucking misquote you, buddy. You said it. We just clipped what you said. You said it.
Yeah, I said that
because he let those fucking little virgin nerds get to him.
I said that if you were going to draft a guard in that draft, it would be Shaden Sharp because him and Ivy have a similar skill set, but he does everything better. And I got laughed at.
Yeah, he was younger,
more athletic,
there was a
bigger,
higher upside.
Yeah, and I mean, look at Shaden Sharp now.
What's the chat saying, Chris? I'll be biased. I'll pick up the stuff that's towards me.
I'm seeing
super chats in there.
I see it.
We got super chats in there. Yeah,
because I'd pull a whole Neil and just read everything.
Burn with the super chat. He says, "You know what makes this sweeter, Eazy? Everything the Ivy bots accused people of when defending Cade, that was what they were doing defending Ivy."
I would need examples.
At once upon a time, we had to sit up here and defend Cade Cunningham against Jaden Ivey.
Which is gross. And I think taking a victory lap on a guy who broke his leg getting kicked out of town is kind of gross too, but you've earned it. Desert Stallion says Unk Eazy does have a nice ring to it in the super chat.
I'll take it.
Dude.
As long as you know, Unk Easy's never wrong. Just early. Breaking news. Matt LaFleur is still a chode. Per Wode. This is the Dundada.
I see a couple people say trade for Kuminga. Why would you want to trade for a guy that obviously wants more playing time, more reps, and bring him into a culture that's like, hey, get in where you fit in. You need to be a superstar role player. I don't think he's going to buy into a superstar role in Detroit. Like I just don't think that he's going to want to. He's going to look at Cade Cunningham and be like, finally, my equal. That's what Jonathan Kuminga is going to do when he gets here. So I'm good on that.
Shout out to Jeremy. He says, why are you guys doing this trade shit? We don't need a trade. This team is fine. I don't care what you say. Hey. It's not what I say.
Shout out Brad Holmes Burner in the chat.
Put up the graphic. You got the graphic?
No, I'll grab it.
Oh, I see you in Slack. It's what Brett Siegel says. All reports are pointing to the Detroit Pistons taking calls on Jaden Ivey. It's not what we're saying. It's what's happening.
Well, who is Brett Siegel?
An NBA insider.
He used to rap with Jay-Z. He used to go by Beanie. Beanie Siegel was his name previously.
Nice little rebrand.
I fully expect Ivy to be way better after a healthy offseason, says Justin. Hey, Justin.
I do too.
I'm with you. Someone come get him. This guy's a star in the making. Come get him early. Come get him cheap. All right? Soon he's going to be better than Cade Cunningham.
What would you take for him?
That's what I've been told.
What did Sadiq Bey go for? Four second round
I'll take
picks?
a pack of blacks and a beat CD. How about that?
I was ready.
No, again, I want to package him up for a 4 or a 3-point shoot. Although Ivy's been shooting pretty well from 3. You know what? You guys want to be right about something? He did come around as a 3-point shot.
He can shoot.
Yes.
Like last year, I didn't want to crown it right away because it's like half a season, quarter of a season. Well, here comes this season. He's still doing the same damn thing.
But
shooting pretty well.
JLB says Ivy is still healing, to be fair.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope. I love you, JLB. You know what I'm saying? You appreciate you for tapping in, joining the show, sharing your opinion even in the comment section. That's what it's here for. Last 2 minutes of the game, you can fit those fucking 20 minutes for Jaden Ivey in there too. They're electing not to on multiple different times now.
Yeah.
And it's Marcus Sasser getting those minutes too.
Yeah.
So
how about
that's where I'm at.
Two-way guy, Dennis Jenkins.
I believe that Ivy can play better basketball next season. I do believe
for
that.
Who?
I do believe that. Yeah. The question is for who, and I think the Pistons are at a point where the window is open. There are players that are available that can help you this year. Because I never imagined at the start of the season that the Pistons would have a large 6-7 game lead on first place. Like I didn't see that coming, man. So now they're in a position where you do have to evaluate what young talent you want to keep. And Ivy's the only one I'm willing to. I've seen enough sample size. And, Nick, that was a great pull by you bringing up Brandon Roy, because that was my thought today was a fear of, is this guy going to be, physically capable of playing high-level NBA basketball at age 28? Like, because he's had a lot of injuries, and that type of wiry, super athletic frame, you've seen that could go downhill very, very fast with a couple leg injuries. So with Ivy, I'm chalking it up to, man, look, I think he needs a new change of scenery, and I think the Pistons, yeah, you could have got more from a couple years ago, but if you can get a role player right now that can help you get out the East, like we said, I don't think it takes much to get out this East, boys. I don't think it takes much more than what we have. So I'm open to doing it.
And we got some more breaking news.
Breaking news.
Breaking news. Named as the next head coach of the Baltimore Ravens, Jesse Minter. Officially, the Ravens just posted on their Instagram. So
that is a great hire for a Ravens organization that is founded on defense.
Perfect hire.
The weirdest thing about sports is a lot of these culture things, like they stand the test of time. Like the Detroit teams being gritty, LA teams being flashy, Baltimore Ravens playing defense. Jesse Minter breaking off that Mike McDonald tree, had a great defense with Michigan for a minute there too. That makes sense.
Now does Jim Harbaugh grab Sean McDermott to be his defensive coordinator to go along with Mike McDaniel as his offensive coordinator?
He's going to need to, because that type of we're going to talk about it today, actually. That's what I had on there, the Lions' outdated defense. One of the upper echelon, the best defenses in the league right now are running all variation of what Mike McDonald and Jesse Minter are doing. And not everybody can do it, clearly, because we're here in Detroit with our fucking dick in our hands trying to figure things out.
Shout out a player like Derwin James that makes a defense like that work.
Yep.
I wish the Lions had a guy like that.
Mm-hmm. We do.
We have two of them, actually.
Yeah, we do.
They both played the same position at Alabama.
And Jesse Minter, Kyle Hamilton's going to have another All-Pro season next year, because Jesse Minter's going to go there to that same little nickel hybrid position. We're going to talk about it.
We're talking about that next.
We're going to talk about it.
Let me tell you about Jack's Car Wash. There are 40-plus locations around Michigan, and you can get yourself a free car wash courtesy of Woodward Sports. Just text WSN to 888-522-7229. There's literally a Jack's right there. I live 3 miles from the studio, and I see 2 Jack's on my drive home. There's 3 if you go all the way down to 696 from here. So tap it. You're going to see one. Text WSN to 888-522-7229. It's Jack's Car Wash.
No one gives away more cash and prizes than Woodward Sports. You don't believe us? Here's our latest $10,000
you guys posted, hey, if you guess all this stuff right, we'll give it's $10,000. I'm like, okay, well, why the hell not?
And the winning doesn't stop there. How about our Outkick Your Coverage winner?
How do you think you won?
This guy's got a hot girl.
Bigger prizes, bigger giveaways, cash, merch, tickets, and more. All from the biggest sports network in Detroit. No one does it bigger and better than Woodward Sports. Make sure you're following, liking, subscribing on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube for your chances to share in the winning. From Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports. Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon. Braylon Edwards and Shep Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you. We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men open 7 days a week. Walk-ins are always welcome. Stop in, sit down, relax, get an award-winning haircut from one of our lovely, talented stylists. You can get a hot leather neck shave, a scalp massage, hot towel treatment, all that wrapped into one in the King's treatment. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men open 7 days a week. It's wicked awesome. Shout out Lady Jane's. I got to get my appointment with JC here pretty soon. I got to get a little trim. A little trimmy trim.
Trimmy trim.
Throw her a little twin.
I'm right here at the corner of Fair Street. Get you a little twin.
I'll tell you what, the scalp massages from the Lady Jane stylists, A1.
I recommend you get one. Smash the like button, be a friend, tell a friend, and share the stream. Jeremy, I wish you knew Swarsky? Marsetsky?
There you go.
Marsetsky?
Sure.
That feels right.
That works.
He says, thanks for the shout-out, Eazy. This is my ESPN. Shout out to you guys for tapping in, listening to us boneheads every day. All right, and always feel free to comment.
On ESPN?
He said, this is our ESPN.
Oh.
This is my ESPN.
Shout out.
Which it should be, man.
Shout out,
ESPN,
dude. Appreciate you listening.
Here's the thing, man, and I reached out. There's one guy that I've had some conversations with, but not enough to be like, he's my source. No one's been talking about how the Drew Petzing thing has went down outside of Detroit. Like I want to hear the Schrager version. I want to hear the Ian Rapport version. Like why wasn't it a fit?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like tell us no, give us the goods.
Yeah.
You have it for everything else. And to ignore it, like Detroit's at this point, especially in the sport of football, is a large market. We have the largest fucking NFL draft in NFL draft history. Like, quit treating us like fucking babies. Give us the fucking Dallas Cowboys coverage. I've been seeing fucking million tweets about what defensive coordinator they're hiring. Where's the Drew Petzing ones? Huh? Show us some respect. Thank God Woodward Sports is here for you, huh?
Huh?
Ay, caramba.
I pull off in the ride as an Eskimo,
huh? Smash the like button while you're here. Be a friend, tell a friend, and share the stream. So we had Ted Nguyen on Once Upon a Time. That's one of the sources, by the way.
Shout out.
There you go. Curtain revealed. He works for the
Beautiful
Athletic.
significant other.
As beautiful as she doesn't get time from him.
No.
Until after this football season's over.
He is married to the game.
Specifically after the divisional round. Like, he is married to the game, without a shadow of a doubt. But Ted Nguyen is on. He was one of the early prospectors for Ben Johnson. We got to talk with him about the run game that Ben Johnson has that we no longer have. And I'm actually going to talk to him. Let's get him on. Talk with Drew Petzing.
Yeah.
I'm glad you brought that up.
Yep.
But either way, he wrote up an article for The Athletic recently. And I apologize. I just want to pull here while I'm talking about it. And he's kind of just highlighting the top defenses in the National Football League.
What they do
in the modern era. That the Lions don't. And it's funny because the Lions, like, once upon a time did, but they're so committed to what they do, they moved Brian Branch to full-time safety. And what that trend is in the National Football League of elite defenses is not having a third linebacker out there like the Detroit Lions prehistoric defense. It's having having a nickel back out there. A Brian Branch, a Nicky Mawari, a Jalen Petrie, a Derwin James, a Cooper DeJean,
Kyle Hamilton.
Once upon a time, we had that in Brian Branch, but then we were like, you know what? We want Brian Branch in the field more because we want to run these 3 linebacker sets. And whatever, it would be cool if it worked, but it doesn't. The reason why you want those extra heavy bodies out there is to stop the run. Last year, you didn't. I think it was like 17th in stopping the run. Not great. It may be worse than that. I don't even know. That's just off the top of my head. He did the homework. Detroit Lions run nickel on just 33% of snaps. 5 of the teams that were in the divisional round this year were in the top 6 of nickel snaps.
Which was what percentage? Average, do you know? Like what was?
I did it right. 60%.
60%.
60% of the time.
Okay.
The number 1 and 2, nickel again is having like that hybrid cornerback out there. It's like a safety.
The Viper position.
Amik was it for us this year. It used to be Brian Branch, and he was elite at it. But the 2 teams that ran it the most, Seattle Seahawks.
Best defense in the league.
Houston Texans.
Other best defense in the league.
It's the modern era of National Football defense. This is kind of like somewhat of the reason why I wanted to do this again last year. I remember during the summertime, I brought it up. Hey, I know we drafted Terrion, and you're thinking of him as an outside cornerback. He played the star position at Alabama, which is the hybrid nickel position. He could come down and he could clean up in a tackle. And I'm sorry, in the run game, he's a bigger sized cornerback. Mm-hmm. If you want to keep Brian Branch at the safety position so he could go roam around, do whatever he wants, because I don't have a problem doing that. I think Brian Branch is phenomenal, instinctual. It's just what he does best. That's fine. Let's run a nickel defense, take Terrion, put him on the outside, and pray to God that Ennis Rakestraw stays healthy enough to play outside. But we get the way through because people got hurt. We ran it again this year to new DC, and it was awful. It was bad. 23rd ranked defense in the league, per point game.
Yeah, and it makes sense when you think about the other side of the ball and the way offenses are trending in the NFL, which is obviously moving your quarterback around, getting him off platform to make throws, and RPOs being such an important factor of today's modern game. When you look at a guy that you could have out there as instead of, I don't want to single anybody out, but a Derek Barnes on the field, you have a player of Brian Branch's caliber, of Brian Branch's build, to help in a run-pass option. So if it's a run, he can come in and make the stop, but also if it's a pass, he has to back off in coverage, and he has to be equally effective in both facets of the game. As much as I love linebackers, that's not their forte. That's where safeties live. That's where safeties thrive. And a guy like Brian Branch has shown the ability to do that, and I 100% agree. It's either the NFL is a copycat league, and you get with the times or you get left behind. And the modern era of having that hybrid guy out there provides so much flexibility for a defense to flow in between different coverages based on what the offense is showing them. And you have to go out there and have your most versatile players on the field at all times. And I don't expect the Lions to make that switch, though, especially not next year, because that also entails revamping your defensive line and getting more quarterback hungry guys rather than just the big body, put him in. No, you need guys to get to the quarterback off the edge position to help fluctuate and insulate that kind of style. So should they lean towards it? Yes, they have a guy who could thrive in that role in Brian Branch, probably be one of the best in the NFL in that role. But
absolutely,
it would mean them not only changing their entire defensive game plan, but revamping the personnel, which you could.
It's the perfect time to do it,
It's the perfect time to do it.
Because guess who may be breaking off from you right now?
Pretty much everybody.
But more specifically, what I'm talking about is Alex Anzalone, which was, in my opinion, your best coverage linebacker. Actually, he's one of the best coverage linebackers
by far
in the National Football League. If you're not going to be able to pay 3 linebackers double digits when it's just it just makes no sense to even fucking do that. It makes no sense to even have 3 linebackers out there. You're looking at the top defenses in the National Football League. They're playing a nickel 60% of the time. All right, let's do that. You don't want to pay Enzo? That's fine. I hate to see Enzo go.
Me too.
Let's bump down Brian Branch, and he's your third linebacker. He also plays better coverage. The reason Enzo's leaving, you're losing your best coverage linebacker. All right, insert Brian Branch, and obviously it's going to take at some point. He's hurt, so that's going to be some midway through the season. But we have to change something up, brother.
And I didn't even think about it this way, but poor Daryl with the super chat says, so some team out there is going to max out Brian Branch at the end of next season. Sweet, abso-fucking-lutely. Some team out there that runs that Jesse Minter style will know what Brian Branch can be in a defense like that, and they'll give him a lot of money.
No, you can't let him leave the building. I'm sorry. I can't allow that. I'll do whatever I got to do.
That's going to happen if you don't
You got to pay him. You got to pay him.
Is there
Fortunately enough, and unfortunately enough for him, but fortunately enough for Brad Holmes' side of things, right now, while he's banged up a little bit, you could offer him a little bit of money
Pay him
right
now?
now. Take a little bit of discount, maybe. I mean, you love paying
That's
injured guys.
sketchy.
It is sketchy with the Achilles
it's a
injury.
big injury? Yeah.
Especially Kirby.
But at
what
the
do we
end,
have with Kirby?
but
What do
he's
we-
right. Poor Daryl's right. At the end of the season, if he hits free agency, a team that runs that type of defense will know how devastating a guy like Brian Branch could be. If there was a fucking Derwin James or a Kyle Hamilton or a Brian Branch that hits free agency and you run the defense with a hybrid linebacker safety, that is a guy you're throwing fucking $25 million a year at.
Brian Branch was so good at that nickel spot. They're one of the most brilliant offensive minds, if not the most brilliant offensive mind in the National Football League. Kyle Shanahan, up for Coach of the Year award right now, played a heavy set just to get him off the field.
Yeah.
So he wouldn't have him on the field.
As
His
a rookie, as a
season.
rookie in the playoffs.
So
In the NFC Championship game, Kyle Shanahan, the best offensive mind in the league, was on record saying, yeah, we deviated from our game plan to keep Brian Branch off the field as much as possible. As a rookie. And that's why they moved him to safety instead of adapting their defense to put him in that same spot.
Yeah.
To have the success, just to be out there no matter what. They put him in a different spot so he would be.
And I get as a nickel, you'll have more of an assigned role in an offense. So if you want to keep Branch as safety, that's fine. Have him on the field, still roam around, whatever. But bring Terrion in, or maybe Ennis comes in and be your nickel.
So
But I think Terrion's more than capable of doing it. I think Ennis, I've told you this before. Reports told you this before. Heading into camp, although he can't stay healthy, and it's kind of crazy.
Needs to show me he can play in a game.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy to rely on Ennis being healthy for this scenario. But if Ennis could man the outside,
Trust me, that's all.
yeah, you heard from
Please.
Dan, you heard from reporters that
believe
Ennis
Nick.
looked great there. I saw better than Terrion.
No.
Bring Terrion in and have him play the nickel. And then you have Brian Branch and Terrion out
They
there.
both, Brian Branch and Terrion Arnold both played that position at
Alabama.
Yeah.
Yeah, both, yes.
And they were both very good at it.
yeah.
So I want to ask, because I know that Plan A would be to right now lock him up, have faith that the injury will be good, but you get him at maybe a bit of a discount. You don't let him get to market. I have this question because I'm genuinely asking. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
What would the kind of compensation level be like? Because then there becomes a trade-off. Like, is he worth, in your opinion,
It's gonna be
the
$20
max,
million.
like, versus the compensation you get if you let him walk? Like, what's kind of the conversation there?
This is listen. Seattle Seahawks, great defense. Houston Texans, great defense. They're all doing this. They're all running this. Cooper Jean just won an All-Pro doing this. Which, by the way, Papa Eazy right again. Told you when he'll play outside corner, he'll play some type of hybrid nickel and he'll be an All-Pro.
Yeah. I mean,
You keep Brian Branch for this reason. You
I'll
want
take order.
to follow this trend because obviously it's working for the teams. You just got to figure out the inner workings of it, the way they're calling this stuff, and you can match it up to when you're facing these offenses. But you got to keep Brian Branch. He's that chess piece for you, without a shadow of a doubt.
yeah, you're right. And it's going to cost you $20 million a year probably because somebody's going to pay him that.
Yeah.
And as Brian Branch, I wouldn't sign anything less.
We have two elite players, one on each side of the ball, two great second-round picks from Brad, both with serious injuries.
Great picks.
Sam Laporta back, Brian Branch, Achilles. Like, this is not
And both of that
you
swing
think-
position on both sides of the ball.
I know. We
Like
need
tight
both-
end,
we need
strong
both of them.
safety.
Yeah. And it's a luxury, but we need both of them for this team to be elite and be a Super Bowl contender. Do you think this does help Bargain Bin Brad save some cash? And do you invest once again in some injured players? Because these are two stars for the Detroit Lions.
Are you down to invest in these injured stars?
Do you try to get the deal done before you see them?
You just brought in a guy who loves 12 and 13 personnel.
You got to sign
This is what's
Laporta.
training in the NFL. You got to sign one of them, man. You got to. Maybe if not both, and figure out the rest of it down the road. I don't know.
What are you
What's
paying?
easier to replace?
Tight end.
I feel like Sam Laporta.
Yeah.
I hate to say it like that, but
Yep.
you see tight ends in the draft nowadays come in here and just immediately make impacts. With the players that were that specific defensive Swiss Army knife that Brian Branch is, there's only a handful of those guys in the league.
The thing that sucks is like both those injuries are like, ooh,
Devastating.
back and Achilles. I mean, fuck.
Oh man.
Those are like two of the worst ones I have on a contract year for both them and the franchise. It's just not ideal. That's for damn sure. X factors, just Cartier. And
They
he
are
is not wrong.
they're the X factors of the defense. Like a tight end and a nickel safety like that, they are the X factors of the defense. They create mismatches.
I guess I'll make it a chat poll. See what you guys are thinking as well. We're gonna run a little bit longer so we can give Dave some time to get on, Nick. But yeah, I mean those are the best defense in the league right now. That's what they're doing. We got to get with it.
Campbell and Gibbs are probably priority, says Justin Galena.
They still have 2 years.
God, they have so many people they have to.
They
Yeah,
still
yeah,
have
the-
2 years each.
Because we got that 5th-year option.
They both have 5th-year options. Yes.
I'm gonna make this poll.
Do you try to sign Branch before the year ends, like
Yes.
you did with Aleem?
Learn from across town with Jalen Duren. Just yes.
And I've said this before too, but the reason why I would pick Branch, another reason why I would pick Branch is I think it's hard to replace. With 1, 2, I just feel like the instincts alone would still allow him to be effective in some sort of shape or fashion. He was never really.
I'm not
reliant
too
on
worried about him bouncing back into form.
free from the Achilles.
Yeah.
But even beyond that though, like even if he didn't, like just the awareness, the instincts.
Yeah, it's not his game
make up
was
for
already
that.
questioned. The athleticism.
Exactly.
of
That's
his
why
game.
I fell to the second
Yeah.
was the speed and all that stuff like that. He never relied on that type of stuff.
No.
He's just an absolute fucking dog.
Yeah. The Laporta back one concerns me more than the Branch injury. I'll say that.
What about you, Nick?
Aleem didn't look great after the torn ACL. I know I'm a little scared after what I saw out of Aleem McNeil coming back this season, but it's too early to write him off, I guess. But, like, why would you come back if you're not healthy? Like, not doom and gloom, good vibes. You gotta believe. I'm signing. I love Sam Laporta. Jared Goff loves Sam Laporta. This run game needs Sam Laporta. Like, you saw what happened on the edges as well. Like, Sam Laporta is an elite tight end. And if you already are paying an elite safety, like, I love Brian Branch. I think, he's probably my favorite player to watch on this Detroit Lions team, but are you going to pay 2 safeties $20+ million each?
You feel like you wouldn't, right?
One might retire.
One more time for the crowd in the back there, Eazy.
One might retire.
Say it with your chest.
One might retire. It fucking sucks to hear.
It's so
sucks to hear out loud.
That's why I didn't want to do this conversation, man.
It's informative. It's informative.
Every time we talk about the Lions, it's just another thing. And yeah, Kirby's.
If you guys go watch back that Brad Holmes presser, and they asked about the Kirby Joseph stuff, listen to him say, "Hey, we did a presser with him last year. He was probably the most dejected I've ever heard a player. Why they never put out that presser? That's how fucking bad it was. He might retire. Guys.
Bright side.
It's not something that you can fix. His leg injury or his knee injury. It's not something that you get the surgery and then you're good to go. No, it is going to be constantly there. And we talked about it could be at any given time throughout the season. He's just done for the rest of the year. And I know you could say that about everybody, obviously, but it's, man. It is. It already did. It hit
traded,
me.
Man.
Like got punched.
I just did a recount of the draft. I looked through all the drafted, undrafted of the 2022 draft. I counted 12 names I'd take over Jaden Ivey right now that got drafted after Ivy or undrafted.
Jaden Ivey was undeniably like a top 6
No,
player.
I get the swing on it.
Do that.
I get the swing on it. I'm just saying these are. I found 12 players that I'd really like to have right now.
And I'd like to have Aaron Donald over Eric Ebron.
Oh, man.
That one's the worst by far.
That is by far the worst.
That was the worst. That was the worst mistake by Lions fans. By Lions.
Oh, by the Lions.
Yes.
Yeah.
No matter what happens with the OC.
Well, you never know.
Bright side, guys. I know we got a lot of money being spent upcoming, but after this, who are you paying for the last 2 draft classes? So you're good.
It's a good point.
You're good.
You don't got to worry about signing anybody in your last 2 drafts. Tate. Maybe Tate.
Yeah, Tate for sure. Tyleek might
hopefully
become
Tyleek. Hopefully
Tyleek. You might cheer you up spending some Mad Packs, huh?
Yeah. Oh, that was a good one. Mad Packs. Go to getmadpacks.com. Find a location near you. Listen, they've got all the best products that you can ask for. Whether it's the high-low pre-rolls, the Boom Shakalaka Tarantulas, the THCA Blizzard Pack Infused Moon Rocks, any of their top-shelf strains, or their line of concentrates. Go to getmadpacks.com and find a weed shop near you carrying it. Mad Flavor, Mad High, Mad Packs.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids, all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports Tuesdays at noon. Braylon Edwards and Shep Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you. Congratulations to the real Coach of the Year, Motor City Dan Campbell.
Just put your head down and go to work. It's about to be fun, man. It's about to be fun.
Woodward Sports.
Catch Dr. Pierce every Tuesday on BDE or Thursdays with Braylon Edwards and Shep, where he shares top-tier advice to keep athletes in peak condition. Trust the guy I trust, Dr. Jeff Pierce, here to help you stay in game shape and perform at your best. Learn more at MichiganSportsandSpine.com or call 248-426-9944.
Check it out.
What up, though, and welcome back to Woodward Waits Live on Sports.com. I'm Eazy, joined by Spinball Rax. We're also joined by the one, the only, the legendary Detroit Lions beat reporter for the Free Press, Dave Birkett.
What's up, fellas?
What's going on, man? I appreciate you taking the time to join us. I know it's a little bit last minute, but you've broken national storylines. You've been covering the team for a very long time. Do you have any details on the inner workings of the Drew Petzing hire? Because I know a lot of fans wanted Mike McDaniel, but turned out he wasn't a team fit. Are there any specifics or, I guess, details on what wasn't the fit with Mike McDaniel?
You know, I haven't asked a whole lot about Mike. I think, look, Drew interviewed middle of last week. You know, it was my understanding, like, everyone seemed to like him and the fit with him and the Lions, you know, what he wants to run. Sort of what's always been his MO, you know, I mean, what he did in Arizona, he featured the run game. He liked some of those multiple tight end sets. I think that's what the Lions want to be, right? They want a power running game. He spoke with Jared Goff, I think it was last Sunday. The hire was not, I guess it's still not official from the Lions standpoint, but it came down Monday. So, you know, he and Jared Goff hit it off. And look, give the Lions some credit here a little bit, I guess. It's not a name that was on my radar. It's not a name that I knew a whole lot about, other than he had some head coaching interviews before I started into him a little bit. But it wasn't a case where the Lions were by their first and second choices, and it wasn't a case. And obviously, you know, if you trust Dan Campbell to evaluate young coaching talent, then you think this has a chance. And if you don't, well, then I guess you're just going to have to wait and see how the next year or multiple years play out.
According to Amon-Ra St. Brown, you don't know ball.
That's right.
and Dave, there has been some speculation on, like, I don't want to say the fears of the Lions of McDaniel moving on too quickly, but would you say that is a factor of Petzing being a guy that they could see staying for a couple seasons rather than just bolting for the first head coaching opportunity immediately?
Yeah, well, obviously Dan said, in his end of season news conference, I think someone had asked him, no one beyond, she had asked him about, the merits of him continuing to call plays, and he said it was something he to continue out because he didn't want that play caller leaving right away like Ben Johnson did. The reality is Ben was there. He was calling plays for 3 years and certainly had some opportunities to leave before that. But if you do, you only do if you're successful. So Dan is not going to call plays. Drew has had head coaching interviews. He interviewed for the Chicago Bears this year, the one that Ben Johnson got. So I don't think it's a lock that, this is a guy that's going to stay here and he's guaranteed to be here 3, 4, 5 years. Maybe there's a higher likelihood that he is than a Mike McDaniel or some of the other younger, hot names on the Lions list. But no, I don't think this move was made, with the idea that, okay, this guy's going to be here 5 years and he's going to be my offensive coordinator for as long as I stay as head coach.
Do you have any idea how involved Jared Goff was in selecting a candidate for the offensive coordinator position?
I don't think he was involved until the last minute. It was again, my understanding was all these candidates had interviewed sort of last week, and Petzing was middle of last week. I forget if it was Tuesday or Wednesday, and they really liked him. He was sort of wedged in there between the Mike Kafkas and the Tommy Reese's, and he was a guy that stood out. And Jared didn't get involved until Sunday when he talked to Petzing, and I don't know if that was the final seal of approval that was needed necessarily, but it's not my sense, at least, that he was a guy that the Lions were leaning heavily on or using in the evaluations of these interviews. It was Dan Campbell, it was Brad Holmes, and Chris Spielman that handled the bulk of the interviews.
Looking at another big factor, today Dan Skipper announced his retirement from the NFL on Instagram, and obviously the offensive line is somewhere where the Detroit Lions have come out and said, Brad Holmes said that they're going to aggressively try to bring in better pieces there for next season. I know Dan Skipper is, I don't want to be rude, but a more replaceable asset, but a guy like Taylor Decker, who is also questioning retirement, has there been any updates on that or his willingness to give it another go next season?
Yeah, no, it's a good question. I think Taylor's still going to need a little bit of time here before a decision comes down from him. It's not going to drag out like Frank Ragnow's did last year until June. This is a decision that I fully expect will be made, before free agency. But that's still 6 or so weeks away. So there's a lot of runway for him to figure out what he wants to do and get away from the season and see how his body feels and talk with his family. And look, if it lingers a little bit beyond that, I certainly would expect it to be made before the draft at the very least. So I don't have an inclination. When I talked to Taylor back in November, December, when I wrote that very first story, he said ideally he'd like to play one more season. And I think everyone, because he was so open about his retirement, has taken it as he's going to retire, he's going to walk away from the game. I still go back to that phrase. I mean, that's what he said. Ideally, I'd like to play one more. It's just if I can get my body there. It's just how I'm feeling. It's just if I can, come to grips with it mentally with what it means for being away from my family. That's sort of what he was, weighing with this whole decision. So, yeah, I it's probably 50-50ish right now. I don't know. I have not talked to him since the season ended. He did comment on Dan Skipper's Instagram post today, just saying congrats, happy for you, something to that effect. Left no indication of what he's going to do, but that's obviously the biggest decision facing the Lions right now this offseason, because they have to figure out if they need 1 or 2 offensive linemen in free agency, starting caliber offensive linemen in free agency, because I do expect that they'll address the center position somehow, some way early in the spring.
Yeah, I agree with you that one too. Another decision they're faced with making, it sounds like, and I don't know what the outcome of it is, but it almost felt like Brad was saying goodbye to David Montgomery in their presser. Did you get that same type of vibe?
No, it absolutely did. And, I had heard some rumblings, obviously late in the season. I mean, we all knew, David hadn't played like he had, the previous couple of years. And, look, I don't know if it went down right after the season, but I certainly – was under the impression that David would, maybe seek a change of scenery if the Lions didn't, go down that path for him. And again, I would not reporting that he asked for a trade or the Lions told him they absolutely will trade him, but certainly the impression that I've got from talking to people, as far back as, early December was that, the likelihood would be that David Montgomery would be playing somewhere else in 2026. And, Jahmyr Gibbs if I was running the offense, I would want to give Jahmyr Gibbs as many touches as possible too. So I do not fault the Lions at all for how this went down. But David Montgomery is the best backup running back in the NFL. He's a starting caliber running back. He would start for many teams. So if the Lions do let David go, if they do trade him, if he does need a change of scenery, then they're going to have to find a replacement, because if something happens to Jahmyr Gibbs right now, that running game is in a world of hurt.
Yeah, and speaking of the run game, obviously the offensive line, a big part of that. I feel like the interior should be addressed via free agency, maybe even a trade to get a veteran piece that could, call out those protections and whatnot for the younger guys. When it comes to the draft, do you feel like Brad's always truly gone BPA, or is he willing to take a position of need and what seems like I don't want to call it a Super Bowl window because we're taking a step back this year, but you're at a striking distance of a championship here, and you may need some extra linemen. You think he could switch that BPA approach up this year, or he's still going to go take best player available?
Yeah, I think, Brad's MO in the draft has really been, round one, he takes the best, safest player he can find regardless of position. If that's a defensive tackle, Tyleik Williams, somebody that he feels is most likely to, I don't know, get on base, right? Drive in that run in baseball terms, right? Somebody that you can really trust. Day two is more like, well, I'm going to roll the dice on some high talents that have maybe some injury concerns, because the opportunity for a big payoff from those guys is what it is. Then he hits that, the developmental bucket, the Gio Manus, the, Sione Vakis, Broderick Martins, and then after that it's sort of filling, positional value, I guess, or what positions that he still needs for the roster. So I wouldn't anticipate Brad changing that approach much, but I do think, sort of like you said, right, with the needs that they have, especially on the offensive line, and as important as that is, that you could see them. Look, last year they spent on a cornerback in free agency, right? DJ Reed to replace Carlton Davis. The year before it was Carlton Davis. Well, this year it's probably going to be an offensive lineman, and I would guess a center is what they, where they turn their attention to early in free agency. I know they've said all the right things about Tate Ratledge still being in the mix there. Tate Ratledge would prefer to play guard. Whether the Lions, and he had a pretty good year at right guard, and whether the Lions are willing to let him continue to roll at right guard might depend on who they can afford in free agency at center. But I think the best approach for that offensive line is to add a veteran center, let Tate Ratledge stay at right guard, have a competition at left guard, and then if Taylor Decker's there, you got him at left tackle for one more year. Maybe that's where you go early in the draft.
And Dave, this wouldn't be an interview about the Detroit Lions without asking a question about edge rusher. So Brad Holmes, one thing in his press conference, he did say that, I don't want to say frustrated me, but that I didn't agree with, was saying that he's going to take the same approach when addressing the edge position opposite Davenport reunion or just players of that ilk.
I would be surprised if it was a Marcus Davenport reunion. I think that ship has sort of sailed after a couple attempts, to make that happen. But I do think what he meant by that was, look, it's going to be Aiden Hutchinson, and then it's going to be several, lower mid-priced guys that you're trying to fill that roster with, that, hey, we need a big defensive end, and maybe that guy's not going to, if it's not an elite pass rusher, he's not going to cost a ton, so maybe it's not going to make the headlines that somebody else would, right? Davenport a couple of years ago, I think, was $6 million. Maybe that's what they spend. Then they're going to have an El-Qadim Muhammad, or they're going to have a Levi Onwuzurike type. They would like to bring El-Qadim Muhammad back if he, if they could fit that into the budget, because he's not going to come cheap after having the season that he did. I could see him coming back and still supplementing that with another veteran or two, maybe another young pass rusher as well. That's another position that clearly they need to address. Look, when you go into this offseason, I think it's center. Obviously, if Taylor Decker doesn't come back, you need a starting caliber tackle, right or left, depending on what you plan to do with Penei Sewell. You need another pass rusher. You need some safety help because of the injuries that Kirby Joseph and Brian Branch had, and you probably need a tight end too. given the injuries that were there and given the new preferences of your offensive coordinator. So there's a little bit longer shopping list than there has been in past seasons for the Lions. And they're just going to have to prioritize best player, best value to fill some of those spots.
And I appreciate taking the time, Dave. I know you're out and about. I did want to squeeze this one last one in, though, because one characteristic under the Aaron Glenn tenure of this defense was the run defense. It had always been there. This year, it evaporated in the back half of that season. Through the conversations you had and these exit pressers, did it feel like something that they'd be able to fix through X's and O's, or was it truly just, hey, we're missing two of our best safeties there? I mean, what happened to this run defense? Your front seven was healthy.
Yeah, right, and that's, I think people discount that a little bit because when you look at the run defense, you tend to think of it as a front seven thing, a defensive line thing. The Lions they got good play out of their linebacking core, and they were a pretty good run stopping team at the beginning of the year. When it fell off to me was when those safeties got hurt. When you didn't have Brian Branch there to come down and lay the wood on someone, as he's filling a hole. When they were making some misfits or they were late, shooting the gap that they needed to be. Some of their perimeter, run defense, I think, fell off. And that's not to, absolve the defensive line of any of the struggles against the run, too. Certainly they had some issues up front there. But, to me, I do think a lot of it gets fixed if you have the right people. Like Aleem McNeil is back, and he should be better next year when he's a little bit healthier. You need to re-sign Roy Lopez or add someone else at defensive tackle because you still need to have a rotation in there. So I think they have the framework of having a really good run defense again, but that's not an area that they can ignore this offseason either.
Dave, I appreciate your time. You got anything left?
I was just going to ask, it's kind of opening a can of worms to just throw it in at the end there, but with the new offensive coordinator coming in, will he do some changing around or new hiring of the position coaches on the offensive staff, or is that Dan Campbell's territory?
Yeah, no, that's a fair question because, you think about John Morton when he came in last year, he brought a couple guys that he knew, and obviously it was, it wasn't just the two new coordinators last year, right? They had 8 coaches leave overall. They had 10 new coaches on staff, and that's a lot. That's a lot of new voices. Some of those were young guys. Right now it seems like the only thing that they have to fill is a tight end coach position, and I would think that Petzing would have some say in that. It's his staff. I mean, certainly it's Dan Campbell's staff. He has the ultimate say, but you want your coaches to feel comfortable. And just like John Morton got a couple hires, David Shaw being one of them, who's still under contract for now, who the Lions interviewed for that offensive coordinator position. Just like Kelvin Shepard got a couple hires. August Mengen was one of his guys. Jim O'Neill has been one of his guys. I would think that Drew Petzing would have a big say in who that tight end is, or any other young assistants that he tends to bring on staff.
And so just to reconfirm for the Lions fans going crazy in the chat right now, we chose Petzing over McDaniel, not McDaniel turning away from us, correct?
Yeah, that's my understanding. Look, I don't think the Lions, the Lions were the first team to hire an offensive coordinator, right? So, look, the possibility exists that Mike McDaniel said no, he wanted to go somewhere else. He was in the mix for head coaching jobs. He certainly had his pick of offensive coordinator jobs, but I think the Lions felt. It's my understanding the Lions felt completely comfortable with Drew Petzing when they interviewed him. They loved him. They thought he was a perfect fit for kind of what they wanted to do and to build. So yes, I think what he wants to operate, the way he wants to operate an offense, that power run game fits with what Dan Campbell wants to be, his vision of offense, and probably a little bit better than Mike McDaniel has. I thought Mike would hire. I think Mike McDaniel is an excellent offensive mind, but clearly the Lions like Drew Petzing a little bit better.
Dave, we appreciate you so much for joining us, and you're a legend. Do you want to tell the people if you got any articles coming out that they need to check out or what's going on?
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. I mean, just kind of laying low. I'll be down at the Senior Bowl for about 36 hours next week, and the Super Bowl the week after. Trying to find out a little bit more about Drew Petzing. Getting the running into some people on Radio Row who maybe played for him or worked with him, and see if I can bring you guys a little bit more insight. Bring all the fans out there a little bit more insight as to who he really is.
If you hear any bad things about Francis Mauigoa, make sure you let it be known so it can fall on the draft board, you know?
Just enough for him to slide to 17.
Just enough.
little
You know,
bit,
he hates
yeah.
puppies, anything.
Yeah, I some reason I don't think that's happening, but I'll keep my ear out for that one too. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Dave.
Appreciate you, Dave.
You got it.
Dave Birkett, man. Absolute legend in the game.
True legend of the game.
Absolutely. That's
man.
awesome. We need him to do his best to try to get him out.
4-time Michigan Sports Writer of the Year.
Yeah, I mean, there's a reason.
You've been doing it since I was little.
There's a reason, yeah.
I was 12 reading
There's
Dave
a
Birkett.
reason you know Dave Birkett, and
Yeah.
there's a reason that everybody knows Dave Birkett.
The man practically taught me to read.
He's the best, man. He is the best.
He's the best.
Tell us about Chill Medicated.
I'll tell you guys about Chill Medicated. It's my grandmother's favorite. It is my favorite. It helps me get through my daily aches and pains. Chill Medicated, guys. They got the topicals, the body rubs, the lotions, and more. Make sure you get it all at chillmedicatedcbd.com.
Sun Cruiser?
Best drink in the game out right now that I know I'm going to need after that interview is a Sun Cruiser, baby. Shout out to chat. Yeah, Sun Cruiser Vodka Icy. It's the best drink in the game. Gearing up for any big game. There's no better way to watch it than with the Sun Cruiser in your hand. You guys know what it is. 4.5% alcohol. Low in calories. Best drink on the market right now. Sun Cruiser. We love it here at Woodward, and you're going to love it too. Sun Cruiser. Check them out.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids, all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Like a frostbite straight from the divine. Cold rush on my skin feels so fine. Muscle freeze, it's an ache. No side effects, no mistake. Chill Sub-Zero, icy and true. Feel the chill. It's all for you. It's not magic, just science.
A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports.
The steak and the stone, and it is a sizzle above the rest. The heavyweights will be there live next Wednesday, and we will be at the Davidson location. So if you are in the area or can make it to the area, pull up, meet the heavies, have good food, good service, good vibes, and a good price. Mention Woodward Sports when you are there and get 20% off your total food bill. Exclusions apply. It's Black Rock Bar and Grill. Check it out. Now tell us about Art and Jake's.
It was the applause.
The applause that got me too.
Yeah.
Listen, Art Jakes, I'm gonna be there this Saturday for the UFC. You already know I'm watching Patty the Baddie versus Justin Gaethje. Gonna be a slobber knocker, they say.
Shout out Baddies.
I'll be there for that one. Make sure you guys pull up as well. Also, we'll be staying there for the divisional game. I'm sorry, the conference championship games. Winners going to the Super Bowl. Be there for that one too. It's Art and Jakes. Spinny Nick will be there on January 30th.
East Lansing.
In East Lansing for Michigan versus Michigan State. Can't wait for that one. Of course, as always, join the AJ's fan club and make every game day a win.
Checking out those new menu items.
Shout out.
Yeah, it's true.
Look bomb.
Nick,
Yeah, I'm gonna get some of that
apologize
pasta
for the
for sure.
applause.
Yes, same.
Yeah.
That looked good.
Yeah, it did.
You gotta apologize for the applause. You hurt everyone's ears.
I am sorry for applauding Dave at a ridiculously loud level. Yeah, that was an audio issue. We had to figure it out on the fly.
It's what this business is all about.
If you missed the interview, make sure to check it out later on our socials because we'll have great audio for you.
Yes, the audio will be fixed on socials. Damn.
What? What?
Huh? Baddie in the DMs?
What?
Some freak just followed me on Instagram or on Twitter.
What's
She
his
real?
name?
She's a real.
Oh.
She's a real freak
From
and
Canada.
She's posting a lot of stuff about like sad to see Dan Skipper retire. Like she quoted a couple.
Yeah, the super hot girl just knows a lot of ball every time we talk.
She's not that hot. She's just posting
Screenshot, send it to
How
Chris.
long has she been a girl?
Send it to Chris.
I mean, it's getting sketchier these days. You gotta be careful, man.
No, like it's obvious that she's real because it's like bad edits and stuff like that.
Sure.
I'm just saying, maybe it's Dan Skipper's side piece.
Just don't meet up with him in person until you FaceTime with him.
Maybe Skipper. No, I'm just kidding. Just joking.
All alleged.
She really likes Dan
Nothing's
Skipper,
real.
though. She posted a couple of his tweets.
What if she's watching right now? You just called her out a little.
I was gonna call it someone else that
Slide in the DM.
that follows Finney.
Do not do that. For sure watching. Always watching.
Always watching.
Yeah.
Wazowski.
Like I said, I already had to get one restraining order.
Aiden
I'm
Hutchinson.
I'm a sex symbol, people.
Oh, for coach, I'm not coach. The comeback player of the year award, as well as defensive player of the year award. And if you ask Anson, Jared Goff's up for MVP.
Yeah, Anson thinks Jared Goff's up for MVP.
So early in the chat this morning, I was putting in the award graphics from the AP. Obviously, MVP was Josh Allen, Trevor Lawrence. That was kind of surprising. Matthew Stafford and Drake May. I think I'm missing one.
It's Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah, probably 5.
Christian
yeah.
McCaffrey, yes.
I was surprised that Trevor Lawrence got it over Sam Darnold.
No. Nope. That
No?
defense carried.
That's true.
And Sam Darnold's of the Jared Goff ilk.
What's my OnlyFans? I wish.
You
yeah.
know what's kind of telling
I
about
might
that
start
whole
an OnlyFans.
situation, honestly, is like last year JG finished 5th, which is good, admirable. You know who else was finished in the top 5 as well? Maybe I think even over Jared Goff. I have to go back and look. Was
Sam
it Joe?
Darnold?
No, Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow.
Right?
Did
Didn't he
not
finish
play?
like 3rd
yeah,
or 4th?
Yeah.
With a losing season?
Losing season. But he
Jared-
had like 35 touchdowns and like 4 interceptions or something.
For sure. I mean, Jared Goff had a good season. Where is he at? What?
He was not in the top 5 of MVPs. Yeah, disclaimer, we do not promote sexual gratification or violence amongst others. Everything we do is in a satirical fashion. But I'm never opposed to seeing some titties in my DMs. I'll just say that.
Last year, same record as Detroit Lions, 9-8. The Bengals
Not
finished.
guy titties, female titties.
Joe Burrow finished 4th. in
Send the guy
MVP
ones to
I was
votes.
going to say, check your DMs.
Jared Goff
That's
this year, not even in the fucking category.
Yeah,
It's got to be racist.
it's got to be racist.
He had 43 passing touchdowns last year.
Who did?
Joe Burrow,
Joe Burrow.
43 passing touchdowns and 9 interceptions. More interceptions. Well, Jared Goff had his best year, I was told.
Easy. You victory left on Ivy. Come on. Good vibes.
Calm down.
Chill out.
The victories just taste too good.
Okay. Just go crazy then. Go
Sometimes it
crazy.
tastes too good.
Go crazy.
But anyway, I'm throwing in these graphics. Comeback Player of the Year award, Defensive Player of the Year award. Aiden Hutchinson up for both. I think he actually could win Comeback Player of the Year award.
I think he could,
He's
but
up
I don't-
against Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it. Offensive Rookie of the Year award, Defensive Rookie of the Year award. I'm throwing them all in there.
Yes, me?
And then
Yes, me?
JB AI'd Jared Goff into the MVP conversation. And to prove the Gobblers are cousins, Anson started arguing.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought Jared Goff was bad. I thought Jared Goff was the problem.
And
Wait till I show you the photo this AI made.
know that for a fact. And I know he is like kind of a morning person. He likes to get things done in the morning. I'm not a morning person.
Poor guy.
I'm not a morning person. I woke up, immediately checked the group chat, saw that picture, and responded, "Who the fuck is that guy?" And JB said, "It's Jared Goof." And then like 3 hours later, Anson's like, "Oh, I thought Jared Goff saw it." I was like, "Oh, come." Easy was even like, "Anson, oh no."
He doubled down.
He did double down.
It's I was like, Anson, please no. Like, don't, what are we doing? Don't fall for this. I'm sending to Chris the pictures. He doubles down and says, "Oh, I thought it was the problem." And he's been radio silent in the chat.
He has
the
not
rest of the day.
responded.
I think he's figured it out.
I think he got it.
I think he's ashamed.
Anson's unk though. Like
Anson is unk.
Anson's one of the biggest unks here.
For sure.
Which is not known.
Which respectable because like
He looks great.
yeah,
Looks great.
for how old he is.
Yeah.
What, like 5 years behind Maz or something?
Yeah.
It's up there.
It's close.
He's older
Stop
than Stick.
it.
No, he's older than Stick. He's
I think
closest
he
to Maz.
is.
Yeah.
I
It's
think
him and
it goes Maz, D-Mac, Neal.
No,
Or I'm sorry, Maz, D-Mac, Anson, Neal.
Where's Sean?
Shep and Sean are in there
I forgot
too.
about Shep.
I think it's Maz, Shep,
Sean.
Where's Terry?
Anson, Sean. Well, Terry. Yeah, Terry's too.
Easy.
But Anson's in the upper echelon of unk
He's
at
upper
Woodward Sports
unk tier.
are Maz, Sean, Terry, and Shep, and Anson's right there.
Doing well for himself.
D-Mac's not. I don't count D-Mac as Unk, even though he's that same age. D-Mac's my dog.
Do you have the photos?
Not that those guys aren't my dogs, but those are.
Yeah, I got the awards photo. Yeah.
KG too. KG's not that old. KG's only like 34.
Yeah. Put it up. Put him up. All right.
Kool-Aid's older than KG.
Yes, Kool-Aid's surprisingly very.
Kool-Aid is it's surprising. That looks like the guy that's gonna play Jared Goff in the 30 for 30.
Yes. So this is the AI that got put in. Shout out to JB. JB
Also, he's wearing like
JB's also hella old too.
JB is also old. JB and KG are the same age.
But this is that's the photo that JB put in the chat and Anson.
And the black don't crack thing is 100% true.
Oh, it's 100%.
Because KG, JB, and Kool-Aid all do not look as old as they are.
No.
Yeah.
Nope.
Neither does Braylon, but obviously Braylon's just a Braylon's a specimen in his own right.
Because Braylon's the same age as Stick.
Yeah.
Got all his hair.
Braylon looks like he'd
Got all his muscles.
He looks like he can still play.
Braylon being is a spinach or something. I don't even know what it is. But yeah, Anson is close to the senior discount. He might be at the senior discount.
Anson's
age.
probably got an AARP card.
I think KG and I are the same age, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think
we are.
I think KG's older than you. Yeah. I think KG's.
I think we're the same graduating class.
Oh. Unks.
86.
Oof.
But yeah, I just had to pass that on as we're talking about the NFL on.
All down the Chris has been falling apart.
Look at how I turned out. Look at me.
That's gross.
You're winning? Turning 40.
Look at what
Who's winning MVP?
I think it's Stafford. I think it should be Christian McCaffrey, personally.
What?
But I think it's Stafford.
I think because they put Drake May for Offensive Player of the Year in those considerations, that's why it will be Stafford, and I don't like to see that at all. I'm a petty troll, and I dislike what I'm watching with him succeeding in his late years. I thought it was the one Super Bowl and done, and here he is after a rebuild, after one bad season, right back Super Bowl contender. Yeah, don't love that.
That's going to be such a good game.
The Seahawks only allowed 17 points per game. Did
Seahawks
we play a game where we only allowed 17 points this year?
Hell no.
Do we play the Browns this year?
We did, and they put up 20.
Scored, yeah, I think the Browns scored like 22.
Oh, no, we suck again.
Yeah, all right, I got Stafford too.
Shep is surprisingly only 31 years. I hope you mean Kelvin Shepard, not our Shep. Shep also in great shape,
yeah, great
and
shape.
looks great for his age.
Listen,
I mean, not even just for his age. He's in great shape.
I need to get insurance and get on that TRT.
Shep is jacked, dude.
You know what I'm saying? Defensive Player of the Year is obviously Myles Garrett, no?
Wait,
yes.
What?
Oh, yeah, we already.
What?
Yeah, Christian McCaffrey is a finalist for comeback, OPOY, and MVP. Yeah.
So he very, very may well.
If it was up to me, he'd win all three of them. I think what he did this year, and with that 49ers team and how injured it was, to be literally their entire offense, as Ricky Pearsall, that gunshot took all his powers away. George Kittle was in and out of the lineup. Brandon Ayuk just didn't play. Like Deebo Samuel, it was just Christian McCaffrey, and he fucking willed them to victories.
We have the Browns to 10 points, the Bucks to 9 points, Eagles to 16.
Okay, there we go.
And Bears to 16 the second time around too.
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
All right.
That's nice, son. That's nice, son. Jared Goff still couldn't do nothing. I'm throwing with that one.
Yeah. Drake May is your MVP, not close. I wouldn't mind that, but I think it's going to be Stafford.
Has anybody got a chance against Myles Garrett for Defensive Player of the Year?
Fuck no.
Maybe
Nick Benito, but even then, no.
This is the toughest one.
Coach of the Year.
Coach of the Year.
Yeah, by far the hardest.
Every single one of these guys deserves it.
I was going to say that I think this is like the most stacked Coach of the Year I've ever seen.
That's what I said in my lifetime. And I only said maybe at the end of that text message because I don't know, for between fucking 93 and 2000, I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Big Mac.
I would for sure, if I had to narrow it down.
McDonald for sure.
Yeah.
Like,
he was a 1 seed.
I would go Liam Cohen. I mean, but Ben Johnson.
And
McDonald's not a first time. He's second year. Huh?
Threw up a 40 burger.
Huh.
Against
they're the number 1 seed in the NFC, man.
I'll say this. Kyle Shanahan, again, definitely deserving of one. He's not going to win it.
Was Sean Payton on that list?
No. Liam Cohen, Ben Johnson,
crazy.
McDonald, Shanahan, and Vrabel.
Yeah, for me, it's between Vrabel and McDonald, and I would give it to McDonald.
It's just, you can't even. It's just there's a conversation.
It's anybody. If you want to argue anybody, I would be like, yeah. I mean, Ben Johnson, does he deserve it? Yeah, for sure.
I will say
definitely.
The Patriots dished out a lot of dough, more than anybody in free agency. I will say that's probably going against Vrabel. They did buy a lot of great players.
Wow. Second stint, too, and he's already proved he's a good coach as well.
KJ Obey says Vrabel is like minus
Weak
300.
schedule. Yeah, you're
right.
Vrabel's the favorite?
That's what KJ Obey
Maybe
said.
they give them Coach of the Year
that might just be for his.
Because they're not giving Drake May MVP. I think it's McDonald. I mean, what he's done with that Seahawks team has been incredible.
Be McDonald, too.
Yeah, I mean, Sam Darnold was his quarterback, all due respect.
Kenneth Walker, their running back, like, who is he?
Okay, relax.
I'm kidding.
You know damn
That's
well
a
who
joke.
that is.
Yeah, they got old.
How many did he have?
5.
That last year? 5?
It was a joke.
Okay, I'm just asking.
Yeah.
How many?
Did
5.
you hear Tom and him beefing a little bit?
No.
It was funny. It was just a funny banter. Yeah, it was funny. Yeah.
And then the interview said, "Go green, Tasha."
He's like,
that was awesome.
Go blue.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
Offensive rookie of the year. It's got to be a Mecca Buka, right? It's a Mecca, Jackson Dart, Travion Henderson.
I think it's Shock, dude.
Tat McMillan, or Shuck. Ain't Shuck.
I'm going Shuckster.
For what?
I'm going to Mecca.
OPOY. Give me Tyler Shuck.
I'm going to Mecca Buka.
Let me see his stats.
Yeah, he played like half a season. Can't be him.
What did McMillan end with? McMillan.
I have no clue.
Yeah, never mind.
Tell me.
2,300 yards, 10 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, 91.3 passer rating.
McMillan putting up over 1,000 yards for that Panthers offense.
Ibuka, it's going to be Ibuka.
7 tutties. Won the division over Ibuka, who had a bad second half.
Ibuka did have a bad second half.
Terrible second half.
I traded for him
More
fantasy.
Dog.
Fell off a cliff.
Tat did finish with more.
Wow, he didn't even hit 1,000 yards?
McMillan.
I guess it'd be a shame.
Jackson Dart?
Defensive rookie of the year, Nick Amon-Ra.
Yeah, I don't even know
Chase
why
Pierce.
Abdul Carter's on that list.
I mean, they had to find a fifth guy. There's not really much to pick from.
Jackson Dart.
Offensive player of the year is Christian McCaffrey. That's the non-quarterback MVP award.
Jackson Dart with 2,400 all-purpose yards and how many touchdowns? He had 15 touchdowns passing to 5 interceptions. And he had, we're rushing.
Chris, since we're in the final minutes, can you grab that thumbnail?
He didn't have any
today?
rushing touchdowns?
The hair one?
No way. Oh, no. Okay.
Wait, which one?
The thumbnail of Drew Petzing with the hair?
Okay, is it in the same?
Yeah, it's the thumbnail you put up today. Or you switched it to?
Oh, he had not. Dude, Jackson Dart, low-key, should win it.
No.
He had 21 total touchdowns, 5 interceptions, and over 2,400 yards. That's better than Ted McMillan.
How crazy, how much of a difference this makes. If this was the guy
James Pierce
announced as being hired,
James Pierce should win.
I feel like the reactions would have been vastly different. This looks like a young, innovative.
That looks like motion
mind,
right
dude.
there. That looks like motion.
Like if he had the hair, I feel like people would have been more excited for the hire.
After seeing your Big D explosion.
Am I wrong? That looks like a young, innovative offensive mind.
You're not
the hair
wrong.
and everything.
That's motion for sure.
I think people are baldest. I think they're looking down on him because he's short.
I think you're taking this personal.
Yeah, I'm taking offense to this. The head of hair makes a difference. I'm not gonna lie.
Tell him to wear a hat.
Yeah,
brother,
that is true. Stinks. He has your fucking size head though.
He does.
And maybe they can't find ones that fit.
I can give him that Paralympic hat.
You're an NFL. You're an NFL coordinator. I'm sure you can afford to have somebody make you.
Like
Take him to Harry the Hatters with Terry.
Dan Campbell wears a hat every fucking game. He has a full head of lettuce. What are you doing, Dan? Drew? Get a fucking hat. Put a hat in that dome.
Let's go to break. Tell us about Ben Johnson, Nick.
Break or
Best fighter in the game is Ven Johnson. He's going to do everything in his power to fight for you to make sure you come out on top in the courtroom. His name is Ven Johnson over at Ven Johnson Law. Make sure you guys check him out if you're ever in any legal trouble whatsoever. Only one got to call. It's Ven Johnson over at Ven Johnson Law.
Detroit has the best sports fans in the world. That's why they deserve the best sports coverage in the world. We are the Woodward Sports Network.
Why do we fight? We fight to protect the innocent, to hold the powerful accountable, to bring the oppressors to justice. Why do we fight? We fight to secure and preserve our civil liberties, to get each and every one of our clients the justice they deserve, and to make the lives of real people just like you whole again. ThenFights.com.
A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man-meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports.
You know the slogan? Smoke like royalty. Gold Crown is a Michigan brand through and through, with some of the finest cannabis products in the state. Whether it's their Crown Jewel gummies, packed with flavor and effects that'll keep you vibing, or their infused jets or pre-rolls that hit harder than a Lions linebacker. Gold Crown is all about giving you top shelf quality without the royal price tag. All rise for the reign of royal highs, only with Gold Crown. Way to go. Killing the vibe. What up, though? Welcome back to Whatever Waits Live, WoodsportsCom. Eazy, Raxter, Chris, Nicholas Kohloff. Smash the like button. Be a friend, tell a friend, share the stream. Send in your questions. We got 5 minutes before the end of the show. Mailbag.
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 Here's the mail. It makes me feel. It makes me want to wag my tail. When it's round, I want to yell.
Mailbag. Easy. Why you never wear Wings gear? Gotta get you some, man. I do have a black Red Wings hoodie.
It's pretty sweet. He's racist, though.
But you know what? Somebody send me a Red Wings hat. I'll rock it.
There you go.
Are you scared about the back-to-back tonight, Spenny?
Yeah, traveling across the country.
Plus 125.
Minnesota?
Plus 125.
Quinn Hughes.
Is it guaranteed Quinn Hughes anytime?
I would probably take that, too.
It was plus 400 when I was looking at it earlier.
I like that.
I think
I don't want to bet on
we could
it.
get cooked, or we could see the defense step up. Like, oh, you want to trade me for this guy? Let me go out there back-to-back games with the goal, Simon Edmondson.
Could this be ASP bounce back game?
Probably
Bounce
not.
back.
He's getting benched.
T.D. Powers, mailbag. Where's Stick?
I mean, he didn't play in the third period.
Well, Jared Goff missed the playoffs.
Yeah.
He's a big quarterback win guy, so he's dodging. He's dodging the
He's
smoke.
in Grand Cayman.
He's in Grand Cayman.
He's about as far as you can get. I honestly don't know how far away it is.
All right, now the hot girls out of the room, guys. I'm fucking 300 pounds. I can't wear red. Cars will fucking start stopping and shit. Like it's
Bulls will come from everywhere.
What is a fucking bull? I'm fucking
Trying to get groceries.
You kidding me?
It looked like one of those balls outside of Target.
Yeah, Target ball, man.
Oh, God.
Fucking A. Easy, the words you're saying are all from your facial reaction. Easy doesn't wear red because he looked like the Kool-Aid man.
Same kind of
Yeah.
stick.
You gave a safer answer,
Yep,
Spencer. Yeah. You gave a safer answer.
Mailbag. Shout out Gills Arena. Would you rather score 81 in an NBA game or score 60 and drop the mic on the way out?
Drop
60.
What do you mean, like
81.
game winner? Drop the mic
points.
on the way out?
Yeah, score 60 points is retire.
81.
81.
Yeah, I guess now because you're just honest with Kobe.
Yeah.
Mailbag. Why was homie so aggressive? Didn't it look like you were resisting? Who's Denver?
I mean, no means no. I don't know what that's in context.
Well,
Mailbag. Not excited to drive a semi truck around Holland, Michigan tomorrow. If you can help, stay off motherfucking roads. That's
Yeah.
from the Away fan. Hey, be safe, man. That sounds crazy.
Stay inside. It's going to be cold. Stay safe. We'll be back tomorrow. We're going to brave the frozen tundra. But for Eazy, for Nick, for Chris, I am Spencer. We are the Heavyweights. We appreciate you guys tapping in. Share the stream. Smash the like button. We'll see you tomorrow. Peace.